Welcome to Train the Trainer, GWF Edition, March 2025. At Greenfield WorkFlow, we believe a well-trained trainer creates a well-trained team. This guide is more than just a manual, it's a mission to equip you, our trainers, with the tools, clarity, and heart needed to grow others in line with GWF's guest-first and sustainability-driven vision. Through these chapters, you'll explore how to inspire learning, lead by example, coach with empathy, and create a culture where every team member thrives. You'll discover the Whydo, Howdo, Wedo, Youdo model, our hands-on learning approach, along with feedback tools, gamification techniques, and leadership insights that turn training into transformation. Let's begin this journey to elevate not just performance, but people. 1.1 Purpose of this handbook. This handbook serves as a foundational guide for GWF trainers, outlining key principles, methodologies, and best practices to ensure effective, engaging, and consistent training across all operational areas. The role of a GWF trainer extends beyond instruction. Trainers are mentors, motivators, and role models who shape the development of team members, ensuring alignment with the project's mission of guest-first service and sustainability. Objectives of this handbook: defining the role and responsibility of a GWF trainer. Trainers are responsible for fostering a learning environment that empowers team members. Their role includes delivering structured, goal-oriented training, encouraging a growth mindset and continuous improvement, providing real-time coaching and feedback, leading by example, demonstrating professionalism, empathy, and sustainability in daily actions, providing structured training techniques and methodologies. GWF training follows a structured approach that ensures knowledge retention and skill development. Trainers will use the Whydo, Howdo, Wedo, Youdo model to facilitate experiential learning, a blended learning approach combining hands-on practice, role-playing, and guided mentorship. Clear learning objectives to track progress and measure success, ensuring consistency in onboarding, skills development, and continuous learning. Standardized training ensures that all team members receive the same foundational knowledge and skills. Trainers will follow established training SOPs to maintain service and operational consistency, implement regular skills assessments and refresher sessions, support new team members through structured onboarding programs. Aligning training with GWF's guest-first, sustainability-driven mission. Training at GWF is not just about skills, it's about fostering a mindset that prioritizes guest-centered service, ensuring every team member understands and anticipates guest needs. Sustainability, integrating eco-conscious habits into daily operations. Collaboration and inclusivity, strengthening team dynamics and creating a positive work environment. By using this handbook, trainers will gain the tools and strategies needed to develop confident, capable team members who contribute to the overall success and sustainability of the GWF project. 1.2 The role of a trainer in GWF. At GWF, trainers play a pivotal role in shaping the knowledge, skills, and mindset of team members, ensuring they are equipped to deliver exceptional guest-centered service while upholding sustainability and operational excellence. Trainers do more than teach. They inspire, mentor, and act as a critical link between management and frontline teams, facilitator of knowledge and skills. A GWF trainer is responsible for delivering structured, engaging, and practical training that empowers team members with the skills they need to excel in their roles. This includes breaking down complex tasks into simple, easy-to-understand steps, using the Whydo, Howdo, Youdo approach to reinforce learning through demonstration and practice. Adapting training methods to different learning styles, ensuring every team member fully grasps the material. Encouraging curiosity and problem-solving, fostering a culture of continuous learning and self-improvement. Trainers are not just instructors. They create interactive learning experiences that engage team members, making training relevant and applicable to real-life scenarios. Role model for operational and service excellence. At GWF, trainers set the standard for professionalism, service quality, and sustainability practices. They lead by example in every interaction by demonstrating best practices in guest service, operational procedures, and sustainability initiatives. Upholding GWF's house rules on punctuality, teamwork, and workplace conduct. Maintaining a positive, solution-focused attitude, showing team members how to handle challenges with professionalism and grace. Reinforcing eco-conscious behaviors, ensuring team members integrate sustainable practices into daily operations. When team members see trainers consistently embodying GWF's values, they are more likely to adopt the same standards in their own work. Coach and mentor for continuous team development. Trainers act as mentors, providing ongoing support and encouragement to help team members reach their full potential. This involves providing constructive feedback to reinforce strengths and identify areas for improvement. Recognizing and nurturing talent, helping team members progress in their careers through cross-training and leadership opportunities. Creating a safe learning environment where team members feel comfortable asking questions and trying new skills. Encouraging a growth mindset, helping team members embrace challenges as opportunities for learning and development. Through coaching and mentoring, trainers contribute to long-term team engagement, motivation, and career progression. Bridge between management and frontline teams to ensure alignment. Trainers serve as a crucial communication link between leadership and frontline teams, ensuring that operational goals, guest expectations, and sustainability initiatives are clearly understood and implemented. They achieve this by translating management directives into actionable steps for team members, providing feedback to leadership, sharing insights from the training floor to improve processes and team support, reinforcing company values and objectives, ensuring team members understand their role in achieving GWF's mission, identifying training gaps and proposing solutions to keep team performance aligned with GWF's evolving needs. By maintaining open communication between all levels of the project, trainers help create a cohesive and well-functioning team. Conclusion. At GWF, trainers are more than just educators. They are role models, mentors, and connectors who drive team growth and uphold service excellence. Their work ensures that every team member is prepared, confident, and aligned with GWF's mission of guest-first, sustainable hospitality. 1.3 Training Philosophy at GWF. At GWF, training goes beyond just teaching skills. It's about fostering a learning culture that empowers team members, enhances guest experiences, and integrates sustainability into daily operations. The training philosophy is designed to ensure that every team member feels valued, supported, and capable of contributing to GWF's mission of guest-first, plant-based, and eco-conscious hospitality. Guest-first, team-empowered learning culture training at GWF is built around guest satisfaction and team empowerment. Every training session emphasizes understanding guest needs, teaching team members to anticipate and exceed expectations in every interaction. Encouraging initiative, allowing team members to make informed decisions that improve guest experiences. Promoting collaboration, team members learn from one another, creating a supportive and inclusive environment. By fostering a team-empowered learning culture, GWF ensures that every team member feels confident in their role, leading to better service and a stronger connection with guests. Hands-on experience-based training. Over theoretical instruction. At GWF, learning happens through doing. Instead of relying solely on classroom-style instruction, training sessions focus on real-world application through role-playing and live scenarios to simulate guest interactions, problem-solving, and multitasking. Shadowing experienced team members, allowing new team members to observe and practice tasks in real time. The Whydo, Howdo, Wedo, Youdo model, where trainers first explain, then demonstrate, and finally guide team members through hands-on practice. Hot potato exercises, quick decision quizzes, and real-time stress tests to build confidence and adaptability under pressure. This approach ensures that team members gain practical skills that can be immediately applied in their daily roles. Sustainability, plant-based practices, and innovation at the core. Sustainability is a non-negotiable pillar of GWF's training philosophy. Every session reinforces eco-conscious service habits such as reducing waste, conserving water, and using sustainable materials. Plant-based culinary knowledge, helping team members understand the benefits of plant-based ingredients, recipes, and nutritional value. Sustainable sourcing and menu innovation, educating the team on how GWF selects locally sourced and environmentally friendly products. Continuous improvement, Kaizen mindset, encouraging innovative thinking to enhance sustainability practices in daily operations. By embedding sustainability into training, GWF ensures that every team member actively contributes to the project's eco-friendly mission. Adaptability to individual learning styles and needs. No two team members learn the same way, which is why GWF's training philosophy embraces flexibility and inclusivity. Training methods are adapted based on different learning styles. Visual, auditory, and kinesthetic approaches are integrated to accommodate all learners. Team member backgrounds and experiences, recognizing prior skills and tailoring training to individual growth. Personalized coaching and feedback, ensuring that every team member receives the support they need to succeed. Self-paced learning opportunities, allowing team members to revisit key materials through digital resources and hands-on practice. This adaptability creates an inclusive learning environment where every team member feels supported and empowered to grow. Conclusion: GWF's training philosophy is designed to create confident, guest-focused, and sustainability-minded team members. Through hands-on learning, team empowerment, and adaptability, GWF ensures that training is not just a requirement, but a transformative experience that prepares every team member to excel in their role. 1.4 Core Competencies of an Effective Trainer. At GWF, trainers are more than just educators. They are mentors, role models, and facilitators who create engaging, supportive, and effective learning experiences. To ensure that team members develop the skills and confidence needed to excel, GWF trainers must possess key competencies that go beyond traditional instruction. Communication and engagement techniques for diverse learning styles. A great trainer understands that not all team members learn the same way. Effective training requires clear and concise communication, ensuring that instructions and expectations are easily understood. Active engagement strategies, such as storytelling, demonstrations, role-playing, and real-life scenarios, to keep trainees involved and motivated. Tailoring content for different learning styles. Visual learners benefit from charts, videos, and demonstrations. Auditory learners absorb information through discussions, verbal instructions, and storytelling. Kinesthetic learners learn best through hands-on practice and interactive role-play. Encouraging open dialogue, allowing trainees to ask questions and share insights, making learning a two-way experience. By using varied communication techniques, trainers ensure that every team member fully grasps the material, leading to better retention and application of skills. Patience, adaptability, and active listening to guide trainees effectively. Every trainee progresses at their own pace, and an effective trainer must be patient, understanding that some individuals may take longer to absorb information or need additional support. Adaptable, able to adjust training approaches based on the trainee's experience level, learning style, or challenges. An active listener, ensuring that trainees feel heard and supported, which fosters a positive learning environment. For example, if a trainee struggles with a specific task, a trainer might demonstrate the skill again using a different method, break the process down into smaller, more manageable steps, offer additional one-on-one coaching or practice time. By being patient and adaptable, trainers build trust and confidence in their trainees, making them feel empowered rather than overwhelmed. Coaching and mentoring mindset to foster team growth. GWF trainers don't just teach, they coach and mentor team members to help them develop professionally and personally. This involves providing continuous support, checking in with trainees even after the initial training period, encouraging self-reflection, helping team members assess their own progress and set improvement goals, building confidence by recognizing and reinforcing strengths while offering constructive solutions for areas of improvement, leading by example, demonstrating professionalism, empathy, and excellence in all interactions. Mentorship doesn't stop once training is complete. GWF trainers continue to support team members in their journey, ensuring long-term development and retention. Evaluating progress and giving effective feedback to drive performance assessment and feedback are essential parts of the training process. A GWF trainer must monitor trainee progress through observation, role-play, and real-time task execution. Use constructive feedback techniques such as the DS model. Describe, express, specify consequences. Describe the situation. I noticed that you forgot to confirm the guest's dietary preference. Express the concern. It's important to ensure guest safety and satisfaction. Specify the expected behavior. Next time, always ask if they have any dietary restrictions before placing the order. Consequence. This will help prevent mistakes and create a better experience for the guest. Encourage self-assessment, asking trainees how they feel about their own progress and what challenges they face. Celebrate successes, reinforcing positive behaviors and improvements to boost morale and motivation. By regularly evaluating performance and providing clear, actionable feedback, trainers ensure continuous improvement and high standards across the team. Conclusion. To be effective, a GWF trainer must master communication, patience, adaptability, coaching, and feedback. These competencies not only enhance learning, but also empower trainees to become confident, skilled team members who uphold GWF's mission of guest-first, sustainability-driven hospitality. 2.1 The GWF Learning Model. Whydo, Howdo, Youdo, Wedo, Youdo. At GWF, training is not just about memorizing tasks. It's about understanding, practicing, and mastering skills in a structured, engaging, and supportive environment. The Whydo, Howdo, Youdo, Wedo, Youdo model is a progressive learning framework that ensures team members gain confidence, competence, and independence in their roles. This model aligns with experiential learning principles, reinforcing hands-on practice over passive instruction. It also nurtures a mentorship culture, where learning is a collaborative process rather than a one-way transfer of knowledge. 1. Whydo. Explain the purpose behind tasks. Training must begin with why a task is important. Without understanding the purpose, team members may struggle to see the value in what they are doing, leading to disengagement and inconsistency. Trainers should explain the bigger picture, how the task contributes to guest satisfaction, team efficiency, or sustainability. The impact of doing it correctly versus incorrectly. Mistakes can affect service quality, safety, or operational flow. How the task aligns with GWF's mission of guest-first, eco-conscious hospitality. Example, guest greeting training. Ineffective approach. Just say hello when the guest arrives. GWF approach. We greet guests warmly because it sets the tone for their experience. A genuine welcome makes them feel valued and comfortable, increasing the chances they will return. By starting with Whydo, team members understand that they are not just following instructions, they are contributing to a greater goal. 2. Howdo. Demonstrate the correct procedure. Once the purpose is clear, the trainer demonstrates the task with precision. This phase is all about visual learning and clear instruction. Trainers should break down steps logically so the process is easy to follow. Use real-life scenarios for authenticity. Explain common mistakes and how to avoid them. Encourage questions to ensure clarity. Example, table service training. Demonstrate how to approach the table with confidence. Show how to introduce the menu in an engaging way. Walk through taking an order professionally and confirming guest preferences. Explain how to handle special requests or dietary restrictions. When trainees see the correct process in action, they can visualize what is expected before attempting it themselves. 3. I do. Allow team members to try under supervision. After observing the demonstration, trainees attempt the task themselves while the trainer supervises. This phase focuses on hands-on practice in a safe, low-pressure environment. Trainers should guide without taking over, allowing trainees to make mistakes and correct them. Provide immediate feedback to reinforce what was done well and what needs improvement. Encourage confidence building, ensuring team members feel comfortable practicing. Example, barista training frothing plant-based milk. The trainer hands the trainee the steam wand and lets them froth the milk. The trainer observes and gives real-time corrections, e.g., tilt the pitcher slightly for better aeration. The trainee repeats the process until they feel comfortable. This step is crucial for skill building because team members learn best through direct experience. 4. Wedo. Practice together to reinforce learning. Now that the team member has tried the task, the trainer and trainee do it together to reinforce learning. This creates a collaborative learning environment where the trainer offers support without micromanaging, guides the team member through real scenarios, encourages problem solving rather than just giving answers. Example, handling guest complaints. A trainer and trainee role-play a guest complaint scenario together. The trainer models how to listen actively, empathize, and offer solutions. The trainee follows along, gradually taking more control of the conversation. This learning by doing approach helps team members gain confidence in their abilities before working independently. 5. Youdo. Transition to independent execution. In the final stage, the trainee is ready to perform the task independently. Trainers should observe without interfering, letting the team member take full responsibility. Assess performance based on consistency, accuracy, and confidence. Provide constructive feedback to encourage continued improvement. Example, leading a pre-shift briefing. The trainee prepares and delivers a team briefing without trainer assistance. The trainer observes, taking notes on strengths and areas for improvement. Afterward, the trainer gives feedback, reinforcing what was done well and offering suggestions for refinement. Once the team member consistently performs the task correctly, they are fully trained and ready to mentor others. Why this model works at GWF. The Whydo, Howdo, Youdo, Wedo, Youdo model ensures that learning is engaging. Team members actively participate rather than passively receive information. Practical. Skills are learned in real-world scenarios, not just theory. Empowering. Team members gain confidence and independence. Sustainable. This approach creates a cycle of learning where experienced team members can train newcomers. Conclusion. By following this structured training model, GWF ensures that learning is clear, hands-on, and effective. Team members don't just learn what to do, they understand why it matters, how to do it well, and gain the confidence to do it independently. This approach elevates service quality, strengthens teamwork, and upholds GWF's mission of guest-first, sustainable hospitality. 2.2 Learning styles and how to adapt at GWF. Effective training is not one-size-fits-all. Each team member learns differently, and trainers must adapt their approach to ensure that every individual absorbs, retains, and applies the knowledge effectively. Understanding learning styles allows trainers to create a dynamic, engaging, and inclusive training experience that maximizes team performance and confidence. There are 4 primary learning styles: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and reading-writing. Effective training integrates elements from all styles, ensuring that team members fully grasp and apply the concepts being taught. 1. Visual learners, seeing. Visual learners absorb information best through images, diagrams, charts, and demonstrations. They need to see the process in action to understand and remember it. Training adaptations for visual learners. Use demonstrations to show how tasks are performed rather than just explaining them. Provide visual guides such as process maps, checklists, or instructional videos. Use color coding to highlight important information, e.g., different sections of a service sequence. Show before and after examples to illustrate correct versus incorrect procedures. Example: instead of just explaining how to plate a dish, show a step-by-step visual guide of the plating process. 2. Auditory learners, hearing. Auditory learners retain information through listening and prefer verbal instruction, discussions, and storytelling. They learn best when they can hear explanations and talk through concepts. Training adaptations for auditory learners. Use verbal explanations to reinforce key concepts. Encourage team discussions and Q&A sessions to deepen understanding. Incorporate storytelling, using real-life guest service examples to illustrate key points. Have trainees repeat key instructions aloud to reinforce learning. Example: when training on guest interaction, discuss real scenarios and have trainees practice responding out loud. 3. Kinesthetic learners, doing. Kinesthetic learners learn best by hands-on practice. They need to physically engage with the material to fully understand it. They learn by doing rather than just watching or listening. Training adaptations for kinesthetic learners. Prioritize hands-on training, allowing team members to practice tasks as they learn. Use role-playing exercises, where trainees act out guest interactions or problem-solving scenarios. Incorporate movement-based learning, such as having trainees physically walk through service steps. Encourage real-time feedback, letting trainees make mistakes and correct them immediately. Example: instead of just explaining how to carry multiple plates, have trainees practice carrying and setting them down under supervision. 4. Reading-writing. These learners prefer written materials and process information best through reading, note-taking, and writing exercises. They learn effectively through manuals, written instructions, and structured documentation. Training adaptations for reading-writing learners. Provide written SOPs, training handbooks, and step-by-step guides. Encourage trainees to take notes during training and summarize what they've learned. Use quizzes, checklists, and written reflections to reinforce key concepts. Assign short writing exercises, such as summarizing key takeaways after a training session. Example: after a sustainability training session, have trainees write a short reflection on how they can personally implement eco-conscious practices in their daily tasks. How to adapt training for all learning styles. Since most team members do not fit neatly into one category, trainers should blend multiple teaching methods to create an engaging and inclusive training environment. A balanced training session should include a demonstration visual to show how something is done, a verbal explanation auditory to clarify key concepts, hands-on practice kinesthetic to let team members apply what they've learned, a written summary or checklist, reading-writing, for trainees to review later. Example: a trainer teaching how to upsell menu items might 1. Show a demonstration of a successful upselling conversation, visual. 2. Explain the strategy verbally and discuss why it works, auditory. 3. Have trainees practice upselling with role-play exercises, kinesthetic. 4. Provide a written cheat sheet with key phrases and product pairings, reading-writing. By integrating all learning styles, trainers ensure that every team member has the opportunity to absorb and apply information in a way that works best for them. Conclusion: understanding and adapting to different learning styles allows GWF trainers to deliver more effective, engaging, and inclusive training sessions. A well-rounded approach ensures that team members not only learn, but also retain and apply their skills confidently in real-world scenarios. 2.3 Structuring an effective training session. At GWF, a well-structured training session ensures that team members engage with the content, retain information effectively, and confidently apply what they learn in real-world situations. Effective training is more than just delivering information. It should be interactive, practical, and aligned with GWF's guest-first and sustainability-driven mission. A strong training structure follows a logical flow that helps trainees understand, practice, and master key skills. Below are the essential elements of structuring an effective training session. 1. Set clear objectives and expectations. A successful training session begins with clarity. Trainers must establish what the session will cover, why it matters, and what success looks like for the trainees. How to set clear objectives. Define specific, measurable learning goals. By the end of this session, you will be able to explain 3 key sustainability practices used at GWF. Relate objectives to GWF's mission, emphasizing how the skill benefits both the guest experience and team efficiency. Set performance expectations so trainees know what is required to complete the training successfully. Provide an overview of the session structure so trainees understand the flow of activities. Example: today, we'll focus on handling guest complaints. You'll learn how to listen actively, respond professionally, and offer solutions that align with GWF's guest-first approach. By the end, you should feel confident managing a guest concern on your own. 2. Break down topics into digestible modules for better retention. Large amounts of information can be overwhelming. Training should be structured into short, focused sections that allow trainees to absorb and process information effectively. How to break down training into modules. Divide the session into key sections, each with a specific focus, e.g., introduction to guest service, handling complaints, problem-solving scenarios. Introduce one concept at a time before moving on to the next. Use the Whydo, Howdo, Ido, Wedo, Youdo method to ensure a gradual learning progression. Keep each module short and engaging, 10 to 15 minutes per topic to maintain attention. Allow time for recaps and review questions after each section to reinforce learning. Example: if training a team on menu knowledge. 1. Module 1. Why menu knowledge is important for guest satisfaction. 2. Module 2. How to describe menu items using key ingredients and flavor profiles. 3. Module 3. Practice recommending menu items based on guest preferences. This modular approach ensures that trainees stay engaged and retain information more effectively. 3. Incorporate interactive elements, role-play, hands-on tasks, Q&A. People learn best by doing. Interactive elements make training more engaging and help trainees apply knowledge in real-world contexts. Ways to make training interactive. Role-playing scenarios. Have trainees act out guest interactions, such as upselling a dish or resolving a complaint. Hands-on tasks. Let trainees practice making drinks, plating dishes, or setting up a guest table. Live demonstrations. Show how to properly execute a task before having trainees try it. Q&A sessions. Encourage trainees to ask questions, discuss challenges, and clarify concepts. Team-based exercises. Use problem-solving challenges that require teamwork to reinforce learning. Example: for sustainability training, instead of just explaining waste management, give trainees real-life sorting tasks to practice separating compostable, recyclable, and landfill waste. By making training engaging and hands-on, trainees develop muscle memory and confidence in executing their tasks. 4. Use storytelling techniques to reinforce learning. Storytelling makes training memorable and relatable. A well-told story connects trainees emotionally to the lesson, helping them understand the importance of the skill being taught. How to use storytelling in training. Share real-life guest service experiences that demonstrate best practices or common challenges. Use case studies of past successes or failures to illustrate key points. Create fictional but realistic guest interactions to make scenarios engaging. Have team members share their own experiences, encouraging peer learning. Example: when training on guest recovery, instead of listing steps, tell a story. Last week, a guest received the wrong order. Instead of just fixing the mistake, our team went the extra mile by offering a complimentary dessert. The guest left happy and even wrote a great review about the service. This shows that how we handle mistakes can turn a negative into a positive. Storytelling helps trainees connect emotionally to the learning experience, making lessons more meaningful and impactful. Putting it all together. Sample training session structure. Training topic: handling guest complaints. 1. Introduction and objective setting, 5 min. Explain why complaint handling is important. Set clear expectations for the session. 2. Break down the learning into modules, 10 min. Module 1, understanding guest concerns. Module 2, steps to resolving complaints professionally. Module 3, turning a negative experience into a positive one. 3. Interactive role-playing and hands-on practice, 20 min. Trainer demonstrates complaint handling. Trainees practice in pairs using role-play scenarios. Q&A session to address challenges. 4. Storytelling for reinforcement, 5 min. Trainer shares a real guest complaint scenario and how it was successfully handled. Team members share their own guest interaction experiences. 5. Wrap-up and feedback, 5 min. Review key takeaways. Provide trainees with constructive feedback. Assign a follow-up task, e.g., observe a real guest complaint and take notes on how it was handled. This structured approach ensures that training is clear, engaging, and actionable, setting team members up for success. Conclusion. An effective training session is well-planned, interactive, and easy to follow. By setting clear objectives, breaking content into manageable modules, incorporating hands-on practice, and using storytelling techniques, trainers ensure that team members not only understand the material, but also feel confident applying it in their daily roles. 2.4. Overcoming training challenges. Training at GWF is designed to be engaging, practical, and effective, but challenges can arise that impact learning outcomes. A skilled trainer must be able to adapt, problem-solve, and maintain a positive learning environment to ensure every team member benefits from the training session. The following are common training challenges and strategies for overcoming them. 1. Handling difficult learners or disengagement. Not all trainees will be equally enthusiastic about training. Some may resist learning new methods, while others may seem uninterested or distracted. The key to overcoming disengagement is to identify the root cause and address it proactively. Possible reasons for resistance or disengagement: lack of confidence or fear of failure, feeling the training is unnecessary or repetitive, personal distractions or external stress. Previous negative training experiences. Strategies to re-engage learners. Personalize the approach. Connect the training to their specific roles and show how it benefits them directly. Use active participation techniques. Engage learners through hands-on activities, role-playing, or real-time problem-solving. Ask open-ended questions, encourage discussion, and allow trainees to express concerns or experiences. Relate to real-life situations. Use storytelling and guest interaction examples to make training more relatable and meaningful. Recognize and validate contributions. Acknowledge when learners share insights or demonstrate improvement to boost motivation. Example: if a team member is disengaged during a customer service training, ask them to share a personal experience with a guest, either positive or challenging, and discuss ways to handle it more effectively. This makes them feel included and valued while reinforcing the training objectives. Number 2, addressing different experience levels in one session. Training sessions often include team members with varying levels of experience, from new hires to seasoned employees. This can create an imbalance where some trainees struggle to keep up, while others may feel the session is too basic. Strategies to balance different skill levels. Pair experienced team members with new hires. Experienced team members can mentor others during practical exercises, reinforcing their own knowledge while helping newcomers. Use tiered activities. Offer different levels of exercises or challenges based on experience. Newer team members can start with basic tasks, while experienced ones can tackle more complex scenarios. Encourage peer-to-peer learning. Invite experienced team members to share their insights, making them feel valued while allowing new trainees to learn from real-world examples. Provide individualized feedback. Instead of applying the same standard to all, tailor feedback to each team member's skill level and learning needs. Example: during menu training, new team members can focus on memorizing core menu items, while experienced team members can practice upselling strategies and handling guest dietary preferences. This ensures that everyone is learning at their own pace while staying engaged. 3. Adjusting training to time constraints, without sacrificing quality. In a fast-paced hospitality environment, time is often limited. Trainers must deliver effective training while working within operational constraints. Strategies for efficient training. Prioritize key learning objectives. Focus on the most critical skills that have the highest impact on guest service and operations. Use micro-learning techniques. Break training into short, focused sessions that can be conducted between shifts or during pre-shift meetings. Integrate training into daily tasks. Instead of separate classroom sessions, conduct on-the-job training where team members learn as they work. Leverage digital resources. Provide access to online guides, training videos, or checklists for team members to review at their own pace. Follow up with reinforcement activities. Short quizzes, discussions, or performance evaluations can reinforce training after a session. Example: if there is only 15 minutes available for training before a shift, instead of a full training on handling guest complaints, focus on one key skill, such as active listening, and role-play quick scenarios. Over multiple shifts, address additional complaint handling techniques in short bursts. Conclusion: training challenges are inevitable, but a skilled trainer adapts to keep learning effective and engaging. By re-engaging difficult learners, accommodating different experience levels, and optimizing training within time constraints, trainers ensure that every session adds value, improves skills, and aligns with GWF's guest-first approach. 3.1 Communication Techniques for Trainers. Effective communication is the foundation of successful training. A GWF trainer must be able to deliver information clearly, engage trainees in discussions, and create an open, interactive learning environment. Strong communication skills help trainers build trust, keep trainees engaged, and ensure that learning is retained and applied. 1. Active listening and clear articulation of concepts. Training is not just about delivering information. It is also about understanding trainees' needs, addressing their concerns, and ensuring they grasp the material. Active listening in training. Active listening involves fully focusing on the trainee, acknowledging their input, and responding thoughtfully. This ensures that trainees feel valued, heard, and encouraged to participate. How to practice active listening as a trainer. Give full attention to the trainee, avoid distractions, and maintain eye contact. Nod or give verbal affirmations. I see, that makes sense, to show engagement. Repeat or paraphrase key points to confirm understanding. Pause before responding to allow the trainee to fully express their thoughts. Acknowledge concerns and provide solutions rather than dismissing questions. Example, if a trainee says, I find it difficult to remember the menu descriptions, instead of replying, just study them more. An active listening response would be, I understand that memorizing detailed descriptions can be challenging. Have you tried linking the dishes to key ingredients or flavors to make them easier to recall? Clear articulation of concepts. Even the best training material is ineffective if it is not communicated clearly and concisely. How to articulate concepts effectively. Use simple and direct language. Avoid unnecessary jargon. Speak at a moderate pace. Too fast can overwhelm. Too slow can bore. Structure information logically. Explain concepts step by step. Use real-life examples to make concepts relatable. Check for understanding regularly. Ask trainees to summarize or rephrase what they have learned. Example, instead of saying, upselling is a strategic approach to increasing revenue by promoting higher value menu items through targeted suggestions. Say, upselling means recommending additional or premium items to enhance a guest's experience. For example, if guest orders a latte, you can suggest adding a house-made vegan caramel syrup. By listening actively and articulating ideas clearly, trainers create an engaging and productive learning environment. Number 2, encouraging questions and discussions for deeper understanding. A one-way lecture is not effective training. Trainees must be encouraged to ask questions, share insights, and discuss real-life scenarios to deepen their understanding. Creating a safe space for questions. Some trainees may hesitate to ask questions due to fear of judgment. A trainer's job is to create an inclusive, non-intimidating environment where curiosity is welcomed. How to encourage questions. Set expectations early. There are no wrong questions. Ask anything that helps you learn better. Ask open-ended questions. What challenges do you face when handling guest complaints? Use the pause and scan method. After explaining a concept, pause for 5 to 10 seconds and scan the room to give trainees time to think of questions. Rephrase confusing points. If no one asks questions, try rewording a concept to see if clarification is needed. Praise participation. That's a great question. It shows you're thinking about how to apply this skill in real situations. Example, instead of saying, any questions at the end of a section, which often results in silence, say, what are some situations where you think this skill would be useful? Or, can anyone share a time when they had to deal with a difficult guest? Facilitating meaningful discussions. Discussions help trainees connect training material to real-world situations. Trainers should guide conversations in a way that reinforces learning while keeping discussions focused and productive. Techniques for facilitating discussion. Relate topics to real experiences. Has anyone encountered a guest who had a food allergy? How did you handle it? Encourage peer-to-peer learning. Ask experienced team members to share insights with newer trainees. Use case studies. Present a real or hypothetical scenario and have trainees discuss solutions. Debrief after activities. After role-playing a guest complaint, ask what went well, what could have been handled better. Example discussion scenario. Trainer, imagine a guest complains that their food took too long. How would you respond? Trainee 1, I'd apologize and check with the kitchen. That's a great start. What else could you do to make the guest feel valued? Trainee 2, maybe offer a small gesture, like a free tea or dessert. Excellent. Sometimes a small act of service can turn a negative experience into a positive one. This method encourages critical thinking and teamwork, making training more engaging and applicable. 3. Using nonverbal communication to enhance engagement. Communication is not just about words. Body language, facial expressions, and gestures all play a role in how messages are received. Trainers who use positive nonverbal communication create a welcoming, engaging, and motivating learning environment. Key nonverbal communication techniques. Maintain eye contact to show attentiveness and build rapport. Use open body language. Avoid crossing arms or standing too rigidly. Smile and nod to create a warm, encouraging atmosphere. Use hand gestures naturally to emphasize key points. Move around the training space to maintain energy and keep attention focused. Mirror trainee emotions to show understanding and empathy. Reading trainee nonverbal cues. Trainees also communicate nonverbally, and trainers must be able to read and respond to these cues. Signs of engagement: leaning forward, making eye contact, nodding or taking notes, responding with facial expressions that match the topic. Signs of confusion or disengagement: avoiding eye contact, slouching or looking around, fidgeting, sighing or appearing distracted, not participating in discussions or role-play exercises. How to respond to disengagement: call on trainees gently. Sarah, what do you think about this approach? Use movement, walk toward disengaged trainees and make eye contact. Adjust pace or energy. If trainees look lost, slow down and check for understanding. Example: if a trainee looks confused during a demonstration, instead of ignoring it, say, "I noticed some of you might be unsure about this step. Let me explain it again in a different way." By being aware of both their own and trainees' nonverbal cues, trainers can adjust their approach in real time to keep the learning environment effective. Conclusion: great trainers do more than deliver information. They connect, engage, and inspire through effective communication. By mastering active listening, clear articulation, encouraging discussions, and using nonverbal communication, trainers ensure that every session is engaging, inclusive, and impactful. 3.2. Creating an interactive learning environment. At GWF, training is not just about passing on information. It is about engaging team members in a way that makes learning enjoyable, memorable, and applicable. An interactive learning environment ensures that trainees stay involved, retain information better, and feel confident applying their skills in real situations. An interactive training approach promotes collaboration, hands-on practice, and creative problem-solving, reinforcing GWF's guest-first and sustainability-driven culture. 1. Encouraging participation through practical exercises. Passive learning, such as lecturing or reading from a manual, is ineffective in hospitality training. Team members learn best when they actively participate in exercises that simulate real tasks and challenges. Why practical exercises work: they improve retention. People remember 90% of what they do, compared to only 10% of what they hear. They build muscle memory, helping trainees become more confident in performing tasks. They allow trainers to assess skills in real time and provide immediate feedback. They encourage teamwork and peer learning, which strengthens collaboration. Ways to integrate practical exercises. Hands-on demonstrations. Have trainees practice service techniques such as carrying plates, making drinks, or setting a table. Pair and practice. Assign trainees to work in pairs to role-play guest interactions, allowing them to coach each other. Live simulations. Conduct mock service shifts where trainees rotate between different roles. Observation tasks. Have trainees shadow experienced team members before attempting tasks themselves. Team challenges. Split trainees into small groups to complete timed tasks, such as assembling an order or preparing a workstation. Example: instead of just explaining how to upsell a menu item, have trainees practice suggesting add-ons to a guest, another trainee. Provide feedback and encourage them to refine their approach. By learning through doing, team members gain the confidence and skill needed to perform effectively in real scenarios. Verb 2. Using real-life scenarios for problem solving. Hospitality environments are fast-paced and unpredictable. Training should prepare team members to think critically and solve problems on the spot, rather than simply follow scripted instructions. Why real-life scenarios are effective. They teach adaptability, ensuring trainees can handle unexpected situations. They reduce anxiety by allowing team members to practice handling difficult interactions in a safe environment. They bridge the gap between training and real-world application, reinforcing the importance of quick decision-making. How to incorporate real-life scenarios, case studies. Present real guest situations that have occurred at GWF and discuss how to handle them. Hot seat problem solving. Give trainees a challenge and ask them to come up with a solution on the spot. What-if scenarios. Pose hypothetical situations such as, what if a guest has a severe allergy? Or, what if a team member calls in sick during a busy shift? Table talk role play. Assign different guest personalities, e.g., difficult, impatient, friendly, and have trainees interact with them in a service setting. Live observation and feedback. Have trainees handle actual guest interactions while trainers observe and provide feedback. Example: a trainee is given the scenario. A guest complains that their food is taking too long. They seem frustrated. How would you respond? Trainees take turns acting as the guest and the team member, practicing how to stay calm, acknowledge the concern, and offer solutions. By training for real-world situations, team members develop confidence and composure, ensuring they provide excellent service in any situation. 3. Making learning fun through gamification techniques. Gamification transforms training from a routine task into an engaging experience, increasing motivation and retention. By incorporating elements of play and competition, trainees become more engaged and eager to participate. Why gamification works? It increases motivation by making learning feel rewarding. It boosts engagement, reducing boredom or disengagement. It encourages healthy competition and teamwork. It reinforces knowledge through repetition in a fun and memorable way. Gamification techniques for training. Point systems and leaderboards. Reward points for correct answers, active participation, or problem-solving skills. Display a leaderboard to encourage friendly competition. Timed challenges. Have trainees complete tasks against the clock, such as setting a table correctly in under 2 minutes. Team-based competitions. Split trainees into small teams and assign tasks such as who can explain the menu most clearly or who can upsell most effectively. Role-playing games. Assign different roles, e.g. guest, server, manager, and have trainees interact while following specific challenges. Quiz-based learning. Use fast-paced, interactive quizzes to reinforce training material, rewarding correct answers with small incentives. Scavenger hunts. Have trainees locate specific items, tools, or menu ingredients around the restaurant to familiarize themselves with the environment. Example: in a menu knowledge game, trainees take turns describing a dish without naming it, while others guess which dish it is. The team with the most correct answers wins a small reward. Gamification helps turn routine training into an enjoyable and competitive learning experience, ensuring that team members stay engaged and eager to improve. Putting it all together. A sample interactive training session. Topic: how to handle guest complaints. 1. Introduction, 5 minutes. Trainer introduces the topic and explains why handling complaints well is essential for guest satisfaction. 2. Real-life scenario discussion, 10 minutes. Trainer shares a real example of a guest complaint and asks trainees how they would handle it. 3. Role-playing exercise, 15 minutes. Trainees practice responding to different guest complaints while the trainer observes and provides feedback. 4. Gamified review, 10 minutes. Trainees participate in a best response challenge, where they compete to provide the most effective and professional resolution to a difficult guest scenario. 5. Debrief and reflection, 5 minutes. Trainer recaps key takeaways, asks trainees to share what they learned, and provides final feedback. This approach keeps training practical, engaging, and effective, ensuring that team members leave the session confident in their skills. Conclusion: an interactive learning environment engages trainees, enhances retention, and ensures team members can apply what they've learned in real situations. By incorporating hands-on exercises, real-life scenarios, and gamification techniques, GWF trainers create dynamic, enjoyable, and high-impact training sessions that prepare the team for success. 3.3. Coaching and giving constructive feedback. At GWF, trainers are more than just instructors. They are coaches and mentors who guide team members toward continuous growth. Effective coaching and feedback create a supportive, high-performance culture where team members feel motivated to improve rather than criticized. Feedback should be clear, actionable, and encouraging, helping team members understand their strengths and areas for development. When done correctly, feedback increases engagement, confidence, and service excellence. 1. SBI model, situation, behavior, impact for structured feedback. The SBI model, situation, behavior, impact, is a structured approach to providing feedback that focuses on facts rather than opinions. This model ensures that feedback is specific, objective, and constructive, making it easier for team members to accept and act upon. Breaking down the SBI model. 1. Situation, describe the specific event or context in which the behavior occurred. 2. Behavior, clearly state the action or behavior observed, without judgment or assumptions. 3. Impact, explain how the behavior affected the guest, team, or overall operations. Example of SBI in action. Scenario: a server forgot to confirm a guest's dietary preference, leading to an incorrect order. Ineffective feedback: you need to pay more attention when taking orders. This mistake shouldn't have happened. SBI-based feedback. Situation. Yesterday, during the lunch shift, when you took the order for table 4. Behavior. You did not ask if the guest had any dietary preferences, and they later mentioned they were allergic to nuts after receiving their meal. Impact. Because of this, we had to replace the dish, which delayed service and caused frustration for the guest. Ensuring we ask about dietary needs up front can prevent this in the future. This structured approach helps team members understand exactly what happened, why it matters, and how to improve without feeling attacked. 2. Balancing positive reinforcement with areas for improvement. Feedback should always balance praise with constructive guidance. Focusing only on mistakes can demotivate and discourage team members, while only giving praise does not support growth. A balanced approach reinforces STRI while guiding improvement. Techniques for balancing feedback. Acknowledge strengths first. Highlight what the team member did well before discussing areas for improvement. Use the feedback sandwich method. 1. Start with a positive observation. 2. Address an area for improvement. 3. End with encouragement or a plan for growth. Make it specific. Avoid vague praise like good job and instead explain what was done well. Encourage self-reflection. Ask, how do you think that interaction went before offering your own perspective? Example of balanced feedback. Scenario, a barista made a guest's drink too slowly but provided excellent service. Ineffective feedback. You need to work faster. Guests don't want to wait that long. Balanced feedback. Positive. I noticed that you took the time to greet the guest warmly and explain the drink options clearly, which made them feel valued. Area for improvement. The preparation took longer than expected, and the guest had to wait. Speeding up your process while maintaining quality would improve the experience. Encouragement. With a little more practice, I know you'll be able to balance both speed and service perfectly. Let's focus on refining your workflow together. By combining positive reinforcement and guidance, trainers ensure that feedback feels supportive rather than critical. 3. Delivering feedback in a way that motivates, not discourages. The way feedback is delivered impacts whether it motivates or discourages a team member. Trainers must ensure that tone, timing, and approach foster a growth mindset rather than create defensiveness. Best practices for motivating feedback. Give feedback in private when necessary. Avoid calling out mistakes in front of others unless it is a learning opportunity for the whole team. Keep a neutral and supportive tone. Avoid sounding accusatory or judgmental. Focus on improvement, not just the mistake. Offer solutions and encourage progress. Make feedback two-way. Allow the trainee to share their thoughts and perspective. Follow up. Check in later to reinforce improvements and acknowledge progress. Example of motivating versus discouraging feedback. Discouraging feedback. You keep forgetting to clean the bar area. If you don't fix this, you'll create a bad impression. Motivating feedback. I noticed the bar wasn't cleaned after the last shift. Keeping it tidy is important for hygiene and guest experience. What could help you remember to do this more consistently? Instead of blaming, the trainer turns the conversation into a collaborative discussion, helping the trainee take ownership of their improvement. Putting it all together, a coaching conversation example. Scenario. A server was rushing and forgot to check on a guest after serving their meal. 1. Start with a positive observation. I noticed you handled the busy shift well today and kept up with the pace of service. 2. Use the SBI model for constructive feedback. Situation. During the dinner rush, after serving table 6 their meal. Behavior. You didn't check back with them to see if they were happy with their food. Impact. They asked another server for assistance, which made them feel slightly unattended. 3. Encourage growth. I know it was a busy shift, but checking in with guests is key to making sure they have a great experience. A quick visit to the table can make a big difference. 4. Offer support. Next shift, let's work on adding that extra check-in step to your routine. If it helps, try setting a reminder in your head to return 2 minutes after serving the dish. This structured and motivational approach ensures the team member understands the feedback, sees its importance, and feels encouraged to improve. Conclusion. Effective coaching and feedback are key to team development at GWF. By using the SBI model for clarity, balancing praise with guidance, and delivering feedback in a motivating way, trainers help team members grow with confidence rather than feel discouraged. When done right, feedback drives performance, builds team morale, and strengthens the guest-first culture. 3.4. Handling common training obstacles. Even the best planned training sessions can face challenges. Effective trainers at GWF must be able to adapt, stay composed, and ensure that every session remains engaging and productive. Whether it's managing personal nervousness, dealing with resistant learners, or making routine topics more engaging, trainers must use strategies that keep learning interactive, relevant, and effective. 1. Managing nervousness as a trainer. Even experienced trainers can feel nervous, especially when addressing a new team, leading a high-stakes session, or handling a difficult audience. Nervousness is natural, but should not affect clarity, confidence, or engagement during training. Why trainers get nervous: fear of being judged or questioned by trainees, uncertainty about how the session will be received, lack of familiarity with certain trainees or topics, concern about forgetting information or making mistakes. Strategies to overcome nervousness. Prepare thoroughly. Confidence comes from knowing your material well. Have a structured plan, key points, and examples ready. Practice before the session. Rehearse key explanations and transitions, and if possible, practice in front of a colleague or mirror. Use deep breathing techniques. Taking slow, deep breaths before speaking can help reduce anxiety. Start with a warm-up. Begin with a simple, engaging question or icebreaker to ease into the session. Focus on the team, not yourself. Shift attention from how you feel to how your trainees are responding. Embrace imperfection. Trainers are human, and small mistakes are normal. If you forget something, pause, check your notes, and continue confidently. Engage trainees early. The sooner you involve the group, e.g. through a discussion or question, the less pressure you feel as the sole speaker. Example: instead of thinking, "What if I forget what to say?" shift to, "How can I make this fun and interactive so trainees are engaged?" This reframes nervousness into excitement for participation. By focusing on preparation, engagement, and a positive mindset, trainers can overcome nervousness and lead with confidence. 2. Dealing with resistant learners who challenge training. Some team members may resist training, challenge the trainer's authority, or dismiss new techniques. This could be due to prior experience, personal attitudes, or discomfort with change. Trainers must stay calm, professional, and adaptable to guide resistant learners toward positive engagement. Why learners resist training. Experienced team members may feel they already know the material. Skepticism about new techniques that differ from their past habits. Lack of motivation or belief that training is unnecessary. Personality differences, such as preferring independent learning over structured sessions. How to handle resistance. Acknowledge experience and invite input. Instead of dismissing their opinions, ask them to share their experiences to turn resistance into contribution. Example: I appreciate your experience in this area. How do you usually handle this situation? Let's compare techniques. Explain the why behind training. If learners see the purpose, they are more likely to engage. Example: we're using this approach because it aligns with guest-first service and sustainability practices at GWF. Use real-life examples. Showing the benefits of the training topic in action can overcome skepticism. Example: a team member recently used this method to resolve a guest complaint, and the guest left a positive review. Encourage peer learning. If a resistant learner challenges a point, ask another trainee to share how the method has worked for them. Stay calm and professional. Avoid defensive responses. Keep the discussion respectful and solution-focused. Example: a senior team member says, "I've been doing this job for years, and I don't see why we need a new approach." Instead of replying, "Because it's the company's method," say, "That's a great point. Your experience is valuable. Let's discuss how this new approach compares to what you're used to and see where we can refine it together." This validates their expertise while keeping them engaged in the learning process. Number 3, keeping training engaging, even with routine topics. Some training topics, such as hygiene, safety, or SOP reviews, may feel repetitive, especially for experienced team members. Trainers must find ways to keep sessions fresh and engaging to prevent disengagement. Why routine topics can feel boring. Team members have heard the same information before. The topic lacks interaction or storytelling. Sessions rely too much on passive learning, lectures, reading manuals, rather than active participation. Techniques to make routine training engaging. Turn it into a challenge. Use quizzes, role-playing, or real-life problem-solving to make learning interactive. Example: instead of reviewing hygiene rules through slides, set up a Spot the Mistake challenge where trainees identify hygiene errors in a simulated kitchen setup. Use gamification. Create a friendly competition, such as team-based knowledge games, leaderboard rankings, or timed skill challenges. Example: split trainees into teams and give them a set time to recall all hygiene protocols in the correct order. The winning team gets recognition or a small incentive. Make it scenario-based. Present a real situation where the routine skill is applied in a guest interaction or operational challenge. Example: A guest sees a team member handling food without gloves. How do you explain GWF's hygiene standards to reassure them? Let team members lead parts of the session. Rotate leadership roles by having experienced trainees explain certain topics, making them feel involved rather than just receiving information. Use storytelling. Share real-life incidents where proper procedures prevented issues or improved guest experiences. Example, last month, a team member's quick thinking about allergy protocols prevented a serious situation with a guest. Introduce hands-on tasks. Instead of just talking about procedures, have trainees demonstrate and practice them in real time. Example, for food safety training, let trainees conduct a kitchen inspection to identify areas of improvement. Example, a session on fire safety procedures might feel routine if it's just a review of the manual. Instead, start with a quick fire Q&A to test knowledge. Conduct a role-play drill where a trainee acts as a team leader in an emergency scenario. End with a real case study about how fire safety training prevented an incident at another hospitality venue. This transforms a standard topic into an engaging, practical learning experience. Conclusion. Effective trainers must be able to adapt, problem solve, and keep learning engaging. By managing their own nervousness, handling resistant learners professionally, and making even routine topics interactive, trainers ensure that every session is impactful and relevant. At GWF, the goal of training is not just to deliver information, but to inspire confidence, skill growth, and a commitment to guest-first excellence. 4.1 Onboarding new team members. A strong onboarding process sets the tone for a team member's experience at GWF. Effective onboarding ensures that new hires feel welcome, understand their role, and integrate smoothly into the team. More than just orientation, onboarding is a structured learning journey that provides the knowledge, skills, and confidence needed to succeed in a guest-first, sustainability-driven hospitality environment. A well-structured onboarding program helps reduce turnover, increase engagement, and accelerate productivity, ensuring that new team members quickly become valuable contributors to the team. 1. Structuring the first week of training. The first week is crucial in shaping a new team member's attitude, confidence, and commitment to GWF. A well-planned training structure ensures that key information is introduced in a manageable way, preventing information overload. Key phases of first week training. Day 1. Welcome and introduction. GWF mission, vision, and core values. Help new hires understand the purpose and philosophy behind GWF's guest-first and sustainable hospitality model. Team introductions and workplace tour. Ensure they feel part of the team by meeting colleagues and familiarizing themselves with the workspace. House rules and basic expectations cover punctuality, uniforms, communication, and workplace conduct. Pairing with a mentor. Assign an experienced team member as a buddy to provide guidance and support. Days 2 to 3, hands-on learning and shadowing. Observation and shadowing. New hires follow an experienced team member to see daily operations in real time. Basic tasks and service standards. Trainees begin assisting with simple tasks such as greeting guests, setting tables, or handling POS transactions. Sustainability and hygiene practices. Introduce eco-conscious practices such as waste reduction, proper food handling, and mindful resource usage. Days 4 to 5, gradual independence and feedback. Guided practice. New hires start handling basic tasks on their own while under supervision. Soft skills and guest interactions. Role-play scenarios for handling guest requests, complaints, and upselling. Check-in and early feedback session. Trainers or mentors provide feedback on strengths and areas for improvement. End-of-week reflection. Ask the trainee about their experience, challenges, and what support they need. Example, if onboarding a new server, their first few days would include observing an experienced server handling guests, practicing menu knowledge through Q&A sessions, assisting with food running and learning proper tray handling, practicing upselling techniques through role-play, taking their first table under supervision. By progressively increasing responsibilities, new hires gain confidence and competence without feeling overwhelmed. 2. Setting clear expectations and tracking early progress. New team members perform better when they know what is expected of them. Clear expectations and progress tracking ensure that training stays structured, measurable, and motivating. How to set clear expectations. Define key competencies. Make it clear what skills and behaviors are expected in the first week, first month, and beyond. Break down tasks. Outline step-by-step learning goals, e.g., by day 3, you should be able to explain the menu and take guest orders. Communicate evaluation criteria. Let trainees know how their performance will be assessed, e.g., speed, accuracy, guest engagement. Tracking progress. Daily trainer mentor check-ins. Have a 5 to 10 minute conversation at the end of each shift to discuss what they learned and any challenges faced. Training checklists and logbooks. Use structured tracking tools to document progress on key tasks. Skills assessments. Conduct short, informal tests, e.g., menu quizzes, mock service scenarios. Early performance feedback. Provide constructive feedback within the first week to set improvement goals. Example, a barista's early progress tracking might include learning to calibrate the espresso machine, practicing latte art under supervision, handling guest coffee orders independently by the end of the week. By tracking small achievements, new team members stay motivated and see clear growth. 3. Ensuring a welcoming and supportive experience. Joining a new workplace can feel overwhelming. A welcoming and supportive onboarding experience ensures that new team members feel valued and connected to the team from day one. How to create a welcoming environment. Warm first impressions. Greet new hires with enthusiasm, introduce them personally to the team, and make them feel at home. Assign a mentor or buddy. Having a peer for support reduces anxiety and accelerates learning. Encourage team involvement. Involve the whole team in making new hires feel included, e.g., informal welcome chats. Foster psychological safety. Reassure new hires that asking questions and making mistakes is part of the learning process. How to provide support throughout onboarding. Regular check-ins. Trainers or supervisors should actively check on how new hires are adjusting. Encourage questions and open conversations. Make it clear that no question is too small. Celebrate early wins. Recognizing small achievements builds confidence and motivation. Adjust training pace if needed. Some team members may need more time to master certain tasks. Be flexible and provide extra support where needed. Example, instead of throwing a new hire straight into service, start with a warm team introduction and assign a buddy to guide them. On their first guest interaction, have them practice a simple greeting while the mentor handles the rest. A supportive, low-pressure start ensures a positive first impression, increasing long-term retention and engagement. Putting it all together, sample first week onboarding plan. Day focus area, key activities. Day 1, welcome and introduction, workplace tour, team introductions, mission and values discussion, uniform fitting. Day 2, shadowing and basic skills. Observe experienced team members, learn basic guest greetings and service flow. Day 3, hands-on practice, assist with simple tasks, setting tables, food running, practice menu knowledge. Day 4, independent task execution. Take on small responsibilities with supervision, e.g. handling one table. Day 5, performance check and feedback. Trainer review session, discussion on challenges, next steps for development. This structured approach ensures a smooth transition into the team, giving new hires the confidence to succeed in their role. Conclusion. A well-designed onboarding program is essential for team retention, morale, and performance. By structuring the first week carefully, setting clear expectations, and fostering a welcoming environment, GWF ensures that new team members feel confident, supported, and aligned with the project's guest-first, sustainability-driven mission. 4.2 Cross-training for operational flexibility. Cross-training is an essential strategy at GWF that enhances team versatility, efficiency, and adaptability. By equipping team members with skills beyond their primary roles, cross-training fosters a more resilient and guest-centered team, capable of maintaining smooth operations even during unexpected situations, such as staffing shortages or peak hours. Cross-training aligns with GWF's commitment to collaboration, continuous learning, and operational excellence, ensuring that every team member can contribute dynamically to the guest experience. 1. Benefits of cross-training within GWF. Cross-training offers advantages for individual team members, the team as a whole, and overall guest satisfaction. For team members, career development and growth. Expands skill sets, creating opportunities for promotions or leadership roles. Increased job variety. Reduces monotony by allowing employees to experience different roles. Higher confidence and engagement. Empowers team members to take initiative and handle responsibilities beyond their primary role. Stronger team collaboration. Understanding other roles fosters better communication and mutual support. For the team and operations, more scheduling flexibility. Cross-trained team members can step into different roles when needed, ensuring smooth operations. Reduced downtime. If one station is slow, team members can assist in other areas to maintain productivity. Better adaptability to busy periods. Cross-trained staff can help manage surges in demand, preventing bottlenecks. Improved service consistency. A more knowledgeable team means better coordination between departments. For guest satisfaction, faster and more efficient service. Guests don't experience delays due to staff limitations. Stronger guest relationships. Team members can provide a seamless experience, whether at the bar, kitchen, or front of house. Better problem solving. A cross-trained team can quickly resolve issues without waiting for a specific staff member. Example, a server trained in basic barista skills can assist in making coffee drinks when the bar is busy, ensuring guests receive their orders faster. 2. How to effectively train team members for multiple roles. Cross-training should be structured, intentional, and hands-on to ensure that team members gain the necessary skills without feeling overwhelmed. The process should focus on gradual exposure, practice, and reinforcement. Step 1. Identify key cross-training areas. Start by determining which roles benefit from overlap. At GWF, cross-training commonly includes front-of-house and barista training, servers learning basic coffee-making skills, bar and kitchen support, baristas understanding plating techniques for small dishes, host and server training, hosts learning order-taking and basic service skills, kitchen and food runner training, kitchen team members assisting with food running or menu explanation. Step 2. Use a progressive training approach. Team members should learn in phases to ensure they absorb information and build confidence before taking on full responsibilities. Phase training approach example, observation. Trainee shadows an experienced team member. A server watches a barista prepare espresso drinks. Assisted practice trainee assists in basic tasks under supervision. The server tries making a simple iced latte while the barista supervises. Guided hands-on learning trainer provides step-by-step coaching. The server prepares a full coffee order with feedback from the barista. Independent execution trainee performs the task solo with occasional review. The server handles coffee orders independently during a slow shift. Final assessment and certification trainee demonstrates mastery before being officially cross-trained. Trainer evaluates if the server can confidently operate the espresso machine. This step-by-step progression prevents overwhelm and ensures skill retention. Step 3. Make cross-training practical and engaging. Use role-playing and scenario-based training. Simulate real guest interactions where cross-trained skills are needed. Example, a server practices explaining coffee options to a guest while a barista provides feedback. Keep sessions short and focused. Instead of long training blocks, incorporate short, on-the-job learning moments. Example, a host learns how to process an order on the POS system in a 15-minute session before their shift. Encourage peer training and mentorship. Pair experienced team members with trainees for peer-led learning. Example, a lead bartender trains servers on basic cocktail mixing techniques. Create skill tracking checklists. Document progress to ensure consistency and mastery of cross-trained skills. Example, a checklist tracking a kitchen trainee's ability to handle food plating. Step 4. Monitor progress and provide ongoing support. Once a team member is cross-trained, ongoing coaching and reinforcement ensure they retain their new skills. Schedule follow-ups. Trainers should check in after a week or two to assess confidence levels and address challenges. Encourage cross-use of skills. Regularly rotate team members into their secondary roles to keep skills fresh. Recognize and reward progress. Acknowledge cross-trained employees to motivate others to expand their skills. Example, a server who recently learned barista skills can be scheduled for 1 bar shift per week to maintain proficiency while primarily working in service. Putting it all together. Cross-training in action. Case study, improving service flow at GWF. Challenge. During peak hours, the bar had long wait times because baristas were overwhelmed with drink orders. Meanwhile, servers had downtime between guest interactions. Solution. Cross-trained servers in basic barista skills. They learned how to make simple drinks like black coffee and tea, take guest drink orders more efficiently, communicate with baristas to prioritize high-demand orders. Result. Faster drink service and reduced guest wait times. More efficient use of staff during busy hours, increased teamwork and collaboration between departments. This kind of strategic cross-training improves both guest experience and operational efficiency. Conclusion. Cross-training is a valuable investment that enhances flexibility, teamwork, and service excellence at GWF. By structuring training in phases, making it practical, and monitoring progress, GWF creates a versatile, guest-focused team capable of adapting to any operational challenge. 4.3 Role-playing and live demonstrations. Role-playing and live demonstrations are powerful hands-on training techniques that prepare team members for real-world guest interactions. These methods simulate authentic service scenarios, allowing trainees to practice skills, build confidence, and receive immediate feedback in a controlled environment. At GWF, role-playing and live demonstrations reinforce guest-first service, operational excellence, and sustainability-driven hospitality practices. By actively engaging in realistic scenarios, team members internalize best practices and improve their ability to adapt under pressure. 1. Using real guest interactions for situational learning. Situational learning involves recreating actual guest interactions so that trainees can practice handling various service challenges in a risk-free environment. This approach ensures that team members can respond to guest needs with confidence, professionalism, and consistency. Why situational learning works. Enhances problem-solving skills, helps trainees think on their feet and handle unexpected situations, reinforces service standards, ensures consistency in how team members approach different guest scenarios, builds confidence and reduces anxiety, provides a safe space to make mistakes and improve without real guest consequences, develops emotional intelligence, encourages active listening, empathy, and appropriate responses to guest concerns. Types of situational role plays. 1. Handling guest complaints. Example, a guest is unhappy with their meal. The trainee must listen, empathize, and offer a resolution. 2. Upselling and recommending menu items. Example, a guest is undecided about what to order. The trainee must suggest dishes based on guest preferences and dietary needs. 3. Sustainability conversations. Example, a guest asks why GWF uses plant-based ingredients. The trainee explains the sustainability mission in a friendly and informative way. 4. Table service and order accuracy. Example, the trainee must take a complex order with modifications and ensure it is correctly communicated to the kitchen. 5. Dietary restrictions and allergies. Example, a guest requests gluten-free options. The trainee must confidently explain menu items and potential cross-contamination risks. 6. Crisis situations. Example, a guest spills a drink or has an allergic reaction. The trainee must respond quickly and follow safety protocols. How to run a situational role play. Step 1. Set the scene. Provide context, e.g., you are a server handling a guest complaint about wait times. Step 2. Assign roles. One trainee acts as the guest, while another plays the team member. Trainers or peers observe. Step 3. Act it out. The trainee responds as if they were in a real guest interaction. Step 4. Debrief and feedback. Trainers provide constructive feedback on strengths and areas for improvement. Step 5. Repeat and refine. The trainee tries again, incorporating feedback for a better outcome. Example, a role-play scenario for handling guest complaints. Trainer, a guest has waited 30 minutes for their meal and is frustrated. How would you handle the situation? Trainee as server, I sincerely apologize for the delay. I'll check with the kitchen immediately and provide an update. Would you like a complimentary drink while you wait? Trainer feedback. Good empathy and problem solving. Next time, also assure the guest you'll follow up with the chef to prevent further delays. By practicing real interactions, team members develop muscle memory for handling service situations smoothly. 2. Running mock service scenarios to test skills under pressure. Mock service scenarios are full-scale practice runs that replicate real restaurant operations. These sessions allow trainees to apply skills in a fast-paced environment, test teamwork, and refine service techniques before working with actual guests. Why mock service works. Simulates real-world pressure, helps trainees get comfortable working in busy shifts, strengthens multitasking abilities, reinforces the ability to balance multiple responsibilities, develops communication and coordination, encourages collaboration between front-of-house, kitchen, and bar teams, identifies training gaps, exposes areas where additional coaching is needed. How to run a mock service. 1. Set up a realistic restaurant environment. Use actual tables, menus, POS systems, and guest orders. Assign team members to roles, e.g. servers, baristas, hosts, kitchen staff. 2. Simulate a typical shift flow. Guests arrive. Trainers or team members act as guests. Servers take orders and input them into the system. Kitchen and bar staff prepare orders within a time limit. Servers deliver food, check on guests, and handle special requests. Trainers introduce unexpected challenges, e.g. a guest complaint, a sudden rush of customers. 3. Monitor and provide real-time feedback. Trainers observe interactions and service flow. Immediate feedback is given after each scenario. Areas of improvement are noted for future training. 4. Rotate roles for cross-training. Allow team members to experience different positions. Example, a server tries working at the bar to understand drink preparation speed. 5. Debrief and discuss lessons learned. What went well? What could be improved? How can this learning be applied in real shifts? Example, a mock busy lunch service might include a mix of easy and complex guest orders. One difficult guest who requests multiple modifications. A simulated kitchen delay to test communication skills. A surprise health and safety challenge, e.g., handling a spill or food allergy. This type of training prepares team members for real-life restaurant dynamics, reducing mistakes and improving response times. Putting it all together. Role-play and live demonstration in action training. Type focus example scenario. Role-playing exercise. Guest complaints. A guest is unhappy with their dish. Trainee must listen, apologize, and offer a resolution. Situational learning. Upselling. A guest asks for a drink recommendation. Trainee must confidently suggest a high-value option. Mock service drill team coordination. The restaurant simulates a peak hour rush, and trainees must handle orders efficiently. Emergency response, health and safety. A guest reports an allergy concern, and the team must react following safety protocols. By combining different role-play techniques, GWF trainers create immersive, realistic learning experiences that prepare team members for any service challenge. Conclusion. Role-playing and live demonstrations are essential for transforming theoretical knowledge into practical skills. By simulating guest interactions and running mock service scenarios, team members develop confidence, improve problem-solving abilities, and master service excellence under real-world conditions. Through structured situational learning and hands-on practice, GWF ensures that every team member is ready to deliver exceptional guest experiences, even in high-pressure situations. 4.4 Training through team-building exercises. Training at GWF goes beyond learning individual skills. It is about building a strong, collaborative team that functions seamlessly in a fast-paced, guest-first hospitality environment. Team-building exercises enhance communication, problem-solving, and adaptability, ensuring that team members not only understand their roles but also work together efficiently to provide the best guest experience. By integrating engaging learning activities into training, GWF fosters a culture of teamwork, accountability, and continuous growth, reinforcing both individual skills and collective success. 1. Organizing engaging learning activities that also strengthen teamwork. Training is most effective when it is interactive and engaging, rather than just instructional. Team-based learning activities encourage collaboration, communication, and shared responsibility, making training sessions more dynamic and enjoyable. Why team-based training works. Enhances collaboration, encourages team members to rely on and support each other, boosts engagement and morale. A fun, interactive learning experience keeps trainees motivated, encourages peer learning. Team members learn from each other's strengths and experiences, develops leadership skills, allows natural leaders to emerge while promoting accountability, improves problem-solving abilities, strengthens the team's ability to think critically under pressure. Examples of engaging team-based learning activities. Activity objective example. Execution, relay learning. Reinforce key service or operational knowledge through team participation. Teams take turns explaining sections of the training material, e.g., each group covers a different aspect of the menu. Service role. Swap, build empathy and understanding across roles. Servers work as baristas or hosts for a shift to experience different perspectives. Guest experience challenge, improve guest service and teamwork. Teams compete to provide the best mock guest experience, e.g., fastest, most accurate order taking with best upselling. Speed training rounds reinforce memorization and efficiency. Teams race to correctly set tables, memorize menu details, or execute proper service steps under time constraints. Escape room style training. Strengthen problem-solving skills and teamwork. Teams solve hospitality-related challenges, e.g., handling multiple guest requests at once, to unlock the next step of training. Example, for menu training, instead of just reading descriptions, create a team-based quiz where members work together to answer guest-related questions, such as, what plant-based dish would you recommend to someone who loves spicy food? How would you describe our best-selling smoothie to a first-time guest? By making learning collaborative and competitive, team members are more likely to retain information and enjoy the process. 2. Using challenges and group exercises to build skills. Hospitality work is often fast-paced and requires quick thinking. Training exercises should simulate real challenges, allowing team members to practice under controlled but realistic conditions. Why challenges and group exercises are effective. Improve decision-making under pressure. Teaches team members to think and act quickly. Encourage creative problem-solving. Helps teams find solutions to service challenges. Reinforce teamwork in high-stress situations. Ensures smooth coordination during busy shifts. Examples of team challenges for skill development. Challenge type. Skill developed example. The no-talker order challenge. Nonverbal communication. Teamwork. Team members must take and prepare an order without speaking, reinforcing body language and efficiency. Guest recovery role play. Handling complaints, emotional intelligence. Teams take turns managing different guest complaints and providing a resolution. race against the clock's speed, accuracy, and multitasking. Teams compete to set tables, prepare drinks, or take orders correctly within a strict time limit. Surprise scenario simulation, adaptability, crisis management. Trainers introduce an unexpected situation, e.g., power outage, rush hour understaffing, and teams must respond in real time. Service maze, team communication, leadership. One blindfolded team member must complete a task, e.g., setting a table, while guided by verbal instructions from teammates. Example, a peak hour pressure test could simulate a busy restaurant setting where teams must handle a high volume of orders, communicate quickly with kitchen and bar staff, manage guest requests efficiently, resolve a surprise challenge, e.g., a wrong order, a missing ingredient. Afterward, trainers debrief with the team, discussing what worked, what could improve, and how to apply lessons to real shifts. Putting it all together, a sample team-building training session. Training focus, improving team coordination and service. 1. Warm-up icebreaker, 5 to 10 min, quick team introductions, and a simple get-to-know-you challenge to build comfort. 2. Team-based learning activity, 15 min, relay learning. Each team explains different service steps, e.g., welcoming guests, taking orders, handling dietary requests. 3. Live demonstration and role-playing, 20 min, guest recovery challenge. Teams act out handling guest complaints while trainers provide feedback. 4. Group challenge, 20 min, surprise scenario simulation. Teams must navigate a high-pressure dining situation with unexpected challenges. 5. Debrief and takeaways, 10 min. Trainers lead a reflection discussion on teamwork, service execution, and problem solving. This structure keeps training active, fun, and practical, ensuring team members learn through experience rather than passive instruction. Conclusion. Training through team-building exercises ensures that GWF team members develop not just technical skills, but also teamwork, adaptability, and communication. By incorporating engaging learning activities and structured challenges, trainers create a dynamic, collaborative learning environment that directly improves service efficiency, guest satisfaction, and team morale. 5.1 Measuring training effectiveness. At GWF, training is not just about delivering information. It is about ensuring that team members retain knowledge, apply their skills effectively, and continuously improve. To measure training success, trainers must assess knowledge retention, skill application, and overall progress in a structured way. By implementing clear assessment methods and tracking systems, GWF ensures that training is not only effective, but also adaptable to team needs, fostering a guest-first, sustainability-driven hospitality culture. 1. How to assess knowledge retention and application. A strong training program must ensure that team members remember what they learn and apply it effectively in real situations. Trainers can measure retention and application through varied assessment methods that reflect real-world performance. Methods to assess knowledge retention. Assessment type, purpose. Example, quizzes and knowledge checks. Measures memory of key concepts, a short quiz on menu ingredients or sustainability practices. Practical demonstrations. Confirms hands-on skills. A barista trainee correctly prepares a cappuccino under observation. Role-playing scenarios. Tests ability to apply skills in guest interactions. Handling a guest complaint or upselling a menu item in a mock service. Peer teaching reinforces learning by having trainees explain concepts to others. A server trainee teaches a new hire how to take an order correctly. Live observation and performance review. Evaluates real-time skill application during service. Trainer observes a new team member handling their first solo table. Guest feedback and mystery guests. Measures how well training translates into guest experience. A trainer acts as a guest and evaluates service quality. Example, instead of simply asking, "Do you understand how to handle guest complaints?" use a role-play exercise where the trainee must actively resolve a simulated guest issue. This ensures they can apply what they learned in a real situation. By incorporating different evaluation methods, trainers gain a complete picture of each trainee's progress and can tailor follow-up coaching as needed. Number 2, tracking training progress using feedback and assessments. Regular feedback and structured assessments help trainers identify strengths, address weaknesses, and adjust training to ensure continuous improvement. How to track progress effectively. 1. Use a structured training checklist. Break training into key skills and track completion over time. Example, a checklist for new servers might include correctly explaining menu items, taking guest orders without errors, handling payments independently. 2. Implement trainer and mentor feedback logs. Trainers and mentors provide ongoing feedback after each training session. Example, trainee demonstrated strong guest interaction skills, but needs more practice handling dietary restriction requests. 3. Conduct self-assessments. Encourage team members to reflect on their own progress. Example, on a scale of 1 to 5, how confident do you feel in handling a busy service shift? 4. Schedule regular one-on-one check-ins. Trainers meet with trainees to review progress, answer questions, and set improvement goals. 5. Gather peer and supervisor feedback. Team members who work closely with the trainee provide additional perspectives on their performance. 6. Evaluate guest feedback and service metrics. Positive guest reviews and smooth service flow indicate strong training effectiveness. Example, if multiple guests mention excellent service from a new team member, it confirms they are applying training successfully. Example of a training progress tracker. Training skill week 1, week 2, week 3, final assessment. Greeting guests professionally, memorizing key menu items, needs review, handling guest complaints, not attempted, partial success, processing payments correctly, not attempted, needs practice, fully achieved, needs improvement, equals not yet attempted. This structured approach helps trainers track development over time, ensuring team members progress steadily. Putting it all together, a sample training evaluation process. Scenario, training a new barista. 1. Week 1. Observes how experienced baristas prepare coffee. Takes a short quiz on coffee types and plant-based milk options. Practices making basic drinks under supervision. 2. Week 2. Performs coffee-making tasks independently. Role plays handling a guest with a special request. Trainer provides real-time feedback on drink consistency. 3. Week 3. Works a real shift handling drink orders solo. Trainer observes and notes areas for improvement. Peer feedback is collected from fellow baristas. 4. Final review. Guest feedback and service speed are assessed. Trainer conducts a final skills evaluation. If successful, trainee is fully certified for barista duties. This structured evaluation process ensures consistency and accountability, helping trainees develop competence and confidence efficiently. Conclusion. Measuring training effectiveness is essential for ensuring team members retain knowledge, apply skills correctly, and continuously improve. By using quizzes, role plays, real-time observations, and structured feedback, GWF trainers create a high-performance, guest-first team that consistently delivers quality service and operational excellence. 5.2 Trainer Self-Improvement and Development. Great trainers never stop learning. At GWF, trainers are not just instructors, they are leaders, mentors, and role models who set the standard for excellence. To remain effective, trainers must continuously refine their teaching methods, stay updated on best practices, and seek feedback to improve training sessions. By prioritizing self-improvement, trainers ensure that every session is engaging, impactful, and aligned with GWF's guest-first and sustainability-driven mission. 1. How trainers can continuously refine their skills. To provide the best learning experience, trainers must constantly develop their own skills, just as they expect trainees to improve. This involves staying informed, practicing self-reflection, and refining teaching techniques. Ways trainers can improve their skills. 1. Stay updated on industry trends. Follow developments in hospitality, guest service, sustainability, and training methodologies. Example, learn new eco-friendly service techniques to integrate into GWF sustainability training. 2. Observe other trainers and learn from experts. Attend training sessions led by experienced colleagues or external facilitators. Example, shadow another trainer to see different approaches to role-playing exercises. 3. Practice continuous learning. Take online courses or workshops on training techniques, communication, and leadership. Example, enroll in a course on effective coaching and mentoring. 4. Experiment with new teaching methods. Try different ways of engaging trainees, such as gamification or peer-led discussions. Example, if traditional lectures feel disengaging, introduce interactive quizzes or group challenges. 5. Develop stronger coaching and feedback techniques. Improve the ability to give constructive motivational feedback that encourages growth. Example, practice the SBI, Situation Behavior Impact Model, to deliver clearer and more effective feedback. 6. Enhance soft skills, communication, emotional intelligence, leadership. Build active listening, adaptability, and problem-solving skills to better connect with trainees. Example, if a trainee is struggling, use empathy-driven coaching rather than just correction. 7. Reflect on past training sessions. After each session, ask what went well, what could be improved. Did the trainees stay engaged? Did they retain and apply the knowledge? Example, if trainees struggled with a certain concept, refine how it is presented in future sessions. By actively seeking growth, trainers remain confident, innovative, and highly effective in delivering engaging training experiences. 2. Seeking feedback from trainees to improve sessions. One of the most valuable ways trainers can improve is by listening to the people they teach. Trainee feedback helps trainers understand what works, what needs adjustment, and how to enhance engagement. Why seeking trainee feedback is essential. Identifies strengths and weaknesses in training delivery. Encourages two-way communication, making trainees feel valued. Provides insights into how well information is retained and applied. Helps trainers adapt their methods to different learning styles. How trainers can gather feedback. Method: how it works. Example questions, post-training surveys, anonymous or open feedback forms at the end of sessions. What was the most helpful part of today's training? What could have been explained more clearly? Was the training engaging and interactive? Why or why not? Live feedback discussions. End of session group reflection, where trainees share thoughts. What part of today's training did you enjoy the most? Was there anything you struggled with? What could make this training better? One-on-one check-ins. Private conversations with individual trainees. Do you feel confident applying what you learned today? How can I better support your learning? Observation and body language reading. Watching for signs of engagement or disengagement. If trainees look bored or confused, adjust the training method in real time. How to act on feedback. Identify common patterns. If multiple trainees mention the same issue, adjust training accordingly. Make small continuous improvements. Implement minor changes based on feedback rather than overhauling everything at once. Share results with trainees. Let them know their feedback was heard and applied. Example: if multiple trainees say they struggled with a role-play exercise, a trainer might provide clearer instructions next time, offer a live demonstration before starting the exercise, allow more practice time before evaluation. By valuing trainee input, trainers create a cycle of continuous improvement, ensuring sessions remain effective, relevant, and engaging. Putting it all together, a trainer's self-improvement plan. Self-improvement focus action steps. Example: expanding training knowledge. Attend workshops, read industry articles, take online courses, enroll in a leadership coaching course, observing and learning from peers, shadow experienced trainers and discuss training strategies, watch how another trainer handles interactive role-playing, experimenting with new training methods, introduce new engagement techniques such as gamification, try team-based challenges instead of traditional lectures, seeking feedback from trainees, use surveys, live discussions, and observation to gauge effectiveness. Ask what could have made this session better at the end of training. Practicing self-reflection. Review past sessions and adjust based on outcomes. Identify which topics trainees struggle with most and refine explanations. By actively improving, trainers become more adaptable, effective, and inspiring mentors, creating a stronger, more capable team. Conclusion: a great trainer is always learning and evolving. By continuously refining skills, experimenting with new techniques, and seeking feedback from trainees, trainers ensure that each session is more engaging, effective, and impactful than the last. At GWF, training excellence is a journey of continuous improvement where trainers lead by example and cultivate a culture of lifelong learning. 5.3 Identifying skill gaps and adapting training programs. Training at GWF is a continuous process that evolves based on real-world performance, guest expectations, and operational needs. To ensure that training remains effective and relevant, trainers must actively identify skill gaps and adjust training content accordingly. By observing performance, analyzing feedback, and tracking key performance indicators (KPIs), trainers can tailor training programs to address specific weaknesses, reinforce strengths, and improve overall team efficiency. 1. Observing performance gaps and adjusting training content. Skill gaps occur when team members struggle to meet expected performance standards, whether in technical skills, guest interactions, efficiency, or sustainability practices. Identifying these gaps early allows trainers to proactively adjust training before they impact guest satisfaction or operations. How to identify skill gaps. Observation method. How it helps. Example: live service observation. Trainers watch team members in real work situations to assess strengths and weaknesses. A trainer notices that some servers forget to check back with guests after food is delivered. One-on-one check-ins. Team members reflect on their own challenges and learning needs. A bartender admits they struggle with balancing speed and quality during rush hours. Training assessments and role plays. Simulated scenarios highlight skill gaps before they become real problems. A role-play exercise reveals that some team members struggle to handle guest complaints professionally. Peer and supervisor feedback. Coworkers and supervisors provide insight into areas where improvement is needed. A kitchen team leader notices that new cooks are inconsistent with portion sizes. Self-assessments. Team members rate their own confidence in specific skills. A trainee server rates their menu knowledge as a 3/5, signaling a need for extra menu training. Example of identifying a skill gap. Scenario: guest wait times are increasing, and guest complaints about slow service are rising. Observation: trainers notice that some servers struggle with multitasking and table prioritization. Feedback: team members report feeling overwhelmed during peak hours. Solution: a speed and efficiency training module is introduced, including techniques for handling multiple tables at once, strategies for quickly identifying guest needs, hands-on time management drills. By tracking real service issues and adjusting training accordingly, GWF ensures that learning is always practical and directly impacts guest satisfaction. 2. Using guest feedback and operational KPIs to refine training approaches. Data-driven training improvement ensures that training efforts align with business goals and guest expectations. By analyzing guest feedback and operational metrics, KPIs, trainers can pinpoint recurring issues and tailor training to address them. Key metrics and how they inform training. KPI, guest feedback source, what it reveals, training adjustments, guest complaints and surveys, recurring issues, e.g. slow service, incorrect orders, poor guest interactions. Create refresher training on guest engagement, service speed, or order accuracy. Online reviews, Google, TripAdvisor, etc. Public perception of service quality. Address trends in guest concerns, e.g. if multiple reviews mention inconsistent food presentation, retrain the kitchen team. Secret shopper evaluations, unbiased, structured assessment of service standards, fine-tuned training based on the lowest rated service aspects. Order accuracy rate, how often guest orders are incorrect. Train servers and kitchen staff on order verification techniques. Table turnover time, how quickly tables are reset and prepared for new guests. Introduce efficiency-focused training for FOH teams. Waste and sustainability reports, amount of food and resource waste. Strengthen sustainability training on portion control, waste reduction, and eco-friendly service habits. Example of adjusting training based on guest feedback. Scenario: guest complaints about food delays increase, and a review mentions, great food, but we waited 40 minutes for it. Data analysis. Kitchen ticket times are longer than expected. Feedback from kitchen staff. Cooks feel overwhelmed during peak hours. Training solution. Introduce time-based kitchen drills to improve speed and efficiency. Train servers to manage guest expectations by communicating estimated wait times. Cross-train team members so additional hands can assist in food running during peak periods. By combining guest feedback, team insights, and KPI tracking, GWF creates data-driven training solutions that lead to real improvements in service quality. Putting it all together, adapting training in action. Case study: enhancing guest experience through training adjustments. Step 1: identifying the issue. Guest surveys reveal that some guests feel staff interactions are too robotic and lack personal warmth. Secret shopper reports suggest that some team members only follow scripts without engaging naturally with guests. Step 2: root cause analysis. Trainers observe that some team members are too focused on efficiency and don't take extra time to personalize guest interactions. New hires report that they were trained on what to say, but not on how to read guest emotions. Step 3: adjusting training. Introduce a guest connection training module, including role-play scenarios for reading guest body language, coaching on personalizing conversations without slowing down service, practicing situational guest engagement, e.g., how to read when a guest wants quick service versus when they want to chat. Step 4: evaluating improvement. Compare new guest feedback after training. Have trainers observe service interactions to ensure the new approach is applied. Recognize team members who demonstrate exceptional guest connection skills. This agile, data-driven approach to training refinement ensures that GWF team members continue to improve while staying aligned with guest expectations. Conclusion: identifying skill gaps and refining training based on real performance data and guest feedback ensures that GWF's learning programs are dynamic, effective, and aligned with operational goals. By using live observations, guest insights, and performance KPIs, trainers can continuously adapt training, ensuring that team members deliver consistent, high-quality service while growing in their roles. 5.4 The future of training at GWF. As GWF continues to grow and refine its guest-first, sustainability-driven hospitality approach, the future of training must adapt to changing team needs, industry trends, and technological advancements. Training is no longer just about onboarding new team members. It is about continuous learning, collaboration, and innovation. By incorporating technology into training and fostering a culture where every team member contributes to learning, GWF ensures that its training remains engaging, effective, and aligned with the evolving hospitality landscape. 1. Incorporating technology into training, digital resources, video learning. Technology can enhance training accessibility, engagement, and effectiveness by offering on-demand learning tools, interactive content, and performance tracking systems. Key benefits of digital training tools. Scalability. Training can reach multiple team members efficiently, even across different locations. Consistency. Ensures that all team members receive the same high-quality instruction. Flexibility. Allows team members to learn at their own pace while balancing work responsibilities. Better retention. Engaging digital content, videos, quizzes, interactive simulations helps trainees remember and apply skills more effectively. How GWF can integrate technology into training. Technology tool, how it enhances training. Example use case, digital training platform, LMS, learning management system. Stores training materials, tracks progress, and provides quizzes and certifications. Team members log in to review service SOPs, complete interactive training, and track their learning progress. Video learning modules, short, engaging videos that demonstrate key tasks and concepts. A barista watches a step-by-step latte art tutorial before practicing in real life. QR code linked guides. Instant access to training content via QR codes placed in workstations. A QR code at the POS system links to a video guide on processing refunds. Augmented reality, AR, or virtual reality VR training simulates real guest interactions or kitchen environments for hands-on learning. A new host practices handling guest inquiries using an interactive AR simulation. Gamified learning apps encourages engagement through points, badges, and rewards for completing training modules. Team members earn badges for mastering menu knowledge, creating friendly competition. AI chatbots for instant Q&A provides immediate answers to training-related questions. A chatbot answers, "How do I handle a vegan guest request?" in real time. Example, instead of relying solely on in-person menu training, GWF can develop a digital, interactive menu guide with video descriptions of menu items, quizzes to test menu knowledge, guest scenario simulations to practice menu recommendations. By incorporating blended learning, digital plus hands-on training, GWF makes training more engaging, accessible, and personalized for every team member. Number 2, creating a learning culture where all team members contribute to training. Training is not just the responsibility of managers or designated trainers. Every team member has valuable knowledge and experience to share. A strong learning culture ensures that training is a continuous, collaborative process where everyone contributes. Why a learning culture matters. Encourages continuous growth. Team members actively seek knowledge rather than only learning when required. Strengthens team collaboration. Knowledge sharing builds trust and teamwork. Empowers team members. Everyone has a role in shaping and improving training methods. Leads to innovation, encourages new ideas for improving service, sustainability, and operations. How GWF can build a learning culture. 1. Encourage peer-led training and mentorship. Senior team members mentor new hires and share their best practices. Example, a top-performing server leads a session on personalizing guest interactions. 2. Recognize and reward knowledge sharing. Acknowledge team members who contribute to training with incentives or recognition. Example, a Trainer of the Month award for the team member who most actively helps others. 3. Host learning circles and team knowledge exchanges. Weekly or monthly knowledge sharing sessions where team members discuss challenges, ideas, or service tips. Example, a kitchen team roundtable where cooks discuss new ways to reduce food waste. 4. Implement shadow shifts for cross-training. Team members spend time learning another role to increase operational flexibility. Example, a barista shadows a server for a shift to understand guest service flow better. 5. Encourage micro-learning moments. Short, bite-sized training moments integrated into daily work. Example, before each shift, the team discusses one key service tip, e.g. how to upsell without being pushy. 6. Create an open feedback loop for training improvement. Team members provide feedback on what training methods work best and suggest improvements. Example, after a training session, team members rate the session's effectiveness and suggest new topics. Example, a server develops a faster method for handling large tables. Instead of keeping it to themselves, they share the method during a team knowledge exchange session, demonstrate it in a mini training session for other servers, have it recorded and added to the GWF digital training library. By fostering a learning culture where every team member is both a student and a teacher, GWF ensures that training remains dynamic, relevant, and constantly evolving. The future of training, a combined approach. To create a cutting-edge training environment, GWF should integrate technology-based learning, digital platforms, video training, and gamification, hands-on training and peer mentorship, role-playing, shadow shifts, and team knowledge exchanges, real-time feedback and continuous improvement, regular evaluations, and team-driven learning enhancements. Example of a future GWF training model: training component delivery method, onboarding and basic training, digital LMS modules, hands-on shadowing with a mentor, advanced skills development, role-play exercises, live demonstrations, video tutorials, ongoing learning and improvement, team-led knowledge sharing, micro-learning, guest feedback analysis, cross-training and career growth, shadow shifts, peer mentorship, leadership development workshops. By blending digital learning, hands-on experience, and a strong team-driven training culture, GWF ensures that its team members are constantly evolving, highly skilled, and fully engaged in the project's mission. Conclusion: the future of training at GWF is about leveraging technology while fostering a collaborative learning environment. By incorporating digital resources, interactive learning tools, and a culture of shared knowledge, training becomes more engaging, accessible, and effective. When every team member actively contributes to training, learning becomes a daily habit, not just a requirement, ensuring that GWF remains a leader in guest-first, sustainable hospitality. 6.1 Training checklists and session templates. A well-organized trainer ensures that every session runs smoothly, efficiently, and effectively. By using structured checklists and session templates, GWF trainers can standardize training across different roles, ensuring that all team members receive consistent, high-quality instruction. Checklists help trainers stay prepared, track progress, and adapt sessions based on team needs, while session templates provide a clear framework for delivering engaging and impactful training. 1. Pre-session preparation checklist to ensure smooth execution. Before conducting any training session, trainers must ensure that materials, environment, and objectives are all properly set up. A pre-session checklist helps trainers stay organized and confident, ensuring that sessions start on time and run effectively. Trainers' pre-session checklist. Define training objectives. What should team members learn and be able to do after this session? Example: by the end of this session, trainees will correctly explain the menu and make personalized recommendations to guests. Gather training materials, printed handbooks or digital resources, training checklists and evaluation forms, role-playing scripts or sample guest interaction scenarios. Prepare training space. Ensure a clean, quiet space for learning. Set up any equipment needed: POS system, bar tools, kitchen items, etc. Arrange seating to encourage engagement and participation. Test digital and visual aids if applicable. Confirm that videos, slides, or QR code linked resources are working. Example: a video tutorial on proper coffee brewing techniques. Review training flow and timing. Outline the agenda and plan for breaks. Allocate time for hands-on practice, discussions, and feedback. Prepare for questions and challenges. Anticipate common trainee struggles and prepare clear explanations. Example: if trainees struggle with upselling, be ready with role-playing exercises to practice guest recommendations. Coordinate with other trainers or mentors if applicable. Ensure that peer mentors or experienced team members are available for demonstrations or Q&A. Example of a pre-session setup for menu training. 1. Goal: ensure new servers can confidently explain menu items. 2. Materials: menu booklets, ingredient breakdown charts, allergen guides. 3. Training setup: arrange a role-play area where trainees practice taking guest orders. 4. Technology check: ensure tablets or POS systems are working for order simulation. 5. Evaluation method: trainers listen to menu explanations and provide feedback. By following a consistent preparation routine, trainers eliminate last-minute issues and create a focused learning experience. 2. Sample training plans for different roles. Within GWF, training must be tailored to specific roles, ensuring that each team member learns the skills and knowledge relevant to their responsibilities. Below are sample training templates for key roles at GWF. A. Front of house FOH training plan. Servers and hosts. Objective: equip new servers and hosts with guest interaction skills, menu knowledge, and service standards. Training duration: 3 days. Initial training, ongoing mentorship. Training focus, key activities, evaluation method. Day 1, GWF culture, guest first mindset, and FOH expectations. Welcome tour, team introductions, overview of service principles, observation and Q&A. Day 2, menu training and order taking skills, menu deep dive, allergen awareness, role-play guest interactions, role-play menu explanations. Day 3, service flow and handling guest concerns, simulated service shift, complaint resolution role-play, trainer observation during mock service. Ongoing shadow shifts and real guest interaction practice. Work alongside a mentor, receive feedback after live shifts. performance evaluation and guest feedback. End goal, server can confidently greet guests, explain the menu, take orders, and handle basic service issues. B. Barista training plan. Objective, train baristas to prepare high-quality beverages, maintain consistency, and engage guests. Training duration, 1 week, day training focus key activities, evaluation method. Day 1, introduction to coffee, plant-based milk options, and sustainability. Coffee tastings, sourcing ethics, sustainability discussion. Knowledge quiz. Day 2, espresso extraction and milk steaming techniques. Hands-on coffee brewing, adjusting grinder settings, practical demonstration. Day 3, drink consistency and speed practice, making multiple drinks under time constraints, time drink making challenge. Day 4, guest interaction and drink recommendations, role play upselling and handling guest modifications. Trainer feedback on guest service approach. Day 5, final assessment and real shift shadowing, full shift simulation, mentor feedback, guest feedback and trainer observation. End goal, barista can consistently prepare drinks, maintain quality, and engage guests professionally. C. Kitchen team training plan. Objective, ensure kitchen staff understand recipes, hygiene standards, and plating consistency. Training duration, 1 weekday training focus key activities evaluation method. Day 1, food safety and kitchen hygiene. Hygiene checklist review, hands-on cleaning and sanitization, practical test on food handling. Day 2, recipe execution and portion control, hands-on cooking under supervision, trainer evaluation on recipe accuracy. Day 3, plating and presentation standards, demonstration and trainee practice, plating test and guest reaction simulation. Day 4, kitchen workflow and efficiency, multitasking under real service conditions, timed preparation drill. Day 5, final assessment and supervised shift, full meal preparation, feedback session, trainer observation and peer feedback. End goal, kitchen team members can prepare dishes accurately, maintain hygiene, and work efficiently during service. Conclusion, training checklists and structured session templates ensure consistency, efficiency, and effectiveness in GWF's training programs. By using pre-session preparation checklists, trainers can deliver well-organized sessions, while role-specific training plans provide a clear learning path for each team member. A well-structured training approach not only builds technical skills, but also reinforces teamwork, sustainability practices, and GWF's guest-first philosophy, ensuring that every team member contributes to an outstanding hospitality experience. 6.2 Coaching scripts and role-playing scenarios. At GWF, role-playing and coaching scripts are essential tools for training team members in real-world guest interactions, service recovery, and problem-solving. By simulating guest experiences in a controlled environment, trainees can practice responses, refine their communication skills, and gain confidence before facing real guests. Structured coaching scripts help team members develop consistent, professional, and empathetic communication, ensuring that GWF's guest-first service philosophy is upheld in every interaction. 1. Handling guest complaints and service recovery training examples. Guest complaints are inevitable in hospitality, but how a team member responds determines whether the guest leaves satisfied or disappointed. Effective service recovery training prepares team members to handle complaints calmly, professionally, and with empathy, ensuring that GWF turns negative experiences into positive ones. Key principles of service recovery at GWF. Stay calm and listen actively. Acknowledge the guest's concern without interrupting. Apologize and empathize. Show understanding and concern for their experience. Find a solution quickly. Offer a reasonable resolution that aligns with GWF service standards. Follow up. Ensure the guest is satisfied before they leave. Coaching script. Handling a food complaint scenario. A guest orders a dish and finds it too salty. They call the server over and express frustration. Wrong response. That's how we make it. Maybe you should order something else next time. Why this is bad. Defensive, dismissive, lacks empathy. Correct response. Using the GWF service recovery model. 1. Acknowledge and listen. I'm so sorry that the dish wasn't to your taste. Thank you for letting me know. 2. Apologize and show empathy. We want you to enjoy every meal with us. Let me fix this for you. 3. Offer a solution. Would you like us to prepare a fresh plate with reduced seasoning, or would you prefer another dish that might be more to your liking? 4. Follow up. I've let the kitchen know, and your new dish will be out shortly. Thank you for your patience. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do for you. Key takeaways. Avoid blaming the guest or the kitchen. Offer solutions instead of just apologizing. Maintain a warm, guest-first attitude. Coaching script. Handling a late order complaint scenario. A guest has been waiting over 30 minutes for their food and calls over a server to complain. Correct response. 1. Acknowledge and apologize. I truly apologize for the delay. I completely understand that waiting this long is frustrating. 2. Take ownership and investigate. Let me check with the kitchen right away to see what's happening with your order. 3. Provide a solution. Your meal is being plated now. May I offer you a complimentary appetizer or drink while you wait? 4. Follow up to ensure satisfaction. I appreciate your patience. Here is your meal, and I've made sure everything is prepared just right. Please let me know if there's anything else I can do to make this a better experience. Why this works. Acknowledges guest frustration and apologizes sincerely. Takes immediate action and provides an update. Offers a small gesture to make up for the inconvenience. Ensures that the guest leaves with a positive impression. 2. Practicing role-play scenarios to simulate real-world interactions. Role-playing is one of the most effective training techniques because it allows team members to experience guest interactions in a safe, controlled environment before applying them in real situations. Why role-playing works. Develops confidence. Team members can practice handling difficult situations without real-world consequences. Improves problem-solving. Helps team members think quickly and find effective solutions. Encourages empathy. By playing both guest and server roles, trainees learn to see situations from the guest's perspective. Reinforces teamwork. Encourages collaboration between front of house, kitchen, and bar teams. How to structure a role-playing session. Step 1. Define the scenario. Choose a real-life guest situation, e.g., complaint handling, upselling, dietary restrictions. Step 2. Assign roles. One trainee plays the guest, another plays the team member, and a trainer or mentor observes. Step 3. Act it out. The guest presents a challenge, and the trainee must respond in real time. Step 4. Provide feedback and adjust. The trainer gives constructive feedback on what went well and what could improve. The trainee repeats the scenario, applying the feedback. Example role-playing scenarios. Scenario objective. Example, guest request, upselling a menu item, improve sales and guest experience. I just want a small meal. What do you recommend? Handling a special diet request. Ensure guest safety and confidence. Do you have anything completely gluten-free? Dealing with an unhappy guest. Improve service recovery skills. I'm disappointed with this dish. It's not what I expected. Explaining sustainability practices. Reinforce GWF's eco-conscious approach. Why don't you serve plastic straws? Managing a large party request. Train for high-pressure situations. We're a group of 10. Can we get a table now? Example role play. Upselling a drink. 1 guest. I'll just have water. 2 server. Of course. And that we have a refreshing house-made sugarcane cooler that pairs really well with your selection. It is hydrating and refreshing. 3 guest. I'm not sure. Is it very sweet? 4 server. Server. It's naturally sweetened, made with fresh organic ingredients, no artificial sugars. 5 guest. All right, I'll try it. Trainer feedback. Great job recommending an item naturally without pressuring the guest. Next time, mention any seasonal drink specials for variety. How to measure role-play effectiveness. Evaluation criteria. What to look for. Confidence. Did the trainee speak clearly and professionally? Guest-first approach. Did they listen actively and respond empathetically? Solution-oriented thinking. Did they offer a reasonable, guest-friendly resolution? Brand alignment. Did they uphold GWF's sustainability and service values? By practicing different guest scenarios regularly, team members develop the confidence and skill to handle any guest situation with professionalism and warmth. Conclusion. Coaching scripts and role-playing scenarios equip GWF team members with the skills to handle guest interactions effectively. By practicing service recovery techniques, upselling strategies, and real-world guest challenges, trainees gain confidence, problem-solving abilities, and a strong guest-first mindset. Regular role-play training ensures that GWF's service remains consistent, high quality, and aligned with its eco-conscious hospitality mission, creating an exceptional experience for every guest. 6.3 Training feedback and assessment forms. To maintain a high standard of training at GWF, it is essential to assess both trainee progress and trainer effectiveness. This ensures that learning is impactful, engaging, and continuously improving. By using self-evaluation forms for trainees and trainer improvement feedback forms, GWF can identify areas where trainees need more support, ensure trainers continuously refine their approach, create a culture of open communication and continuous learning. 1. Self-evaluation, forms for trainees. Self-evaluation encourages personal reflection and accountability, helping trainees recognize their own strengths and weaknesses, take ownership of their learning journey, communicate areas where they need additional coaching. Key components of a self-evaluation form. Section purpose. Example questions. Confidence level. Assess how comfortable trainees feel in their role. On a scale of 1 to 5, how confident do you feel in handling guest interactions? Skill mastery. Identify areas of strength and improvement. Which tasks do you feel you have mastered? Which tasks do you still need more practice with? Training effectiveness. Get feedback on the quality of the training received. Was the training material clear and helpful? What part of the training did you find most useful? Challenges faced. Encourage trainees to share struggles or concerns. What was the biggest challenge you faced during training? Trainer support and feedback. Evaluate how well the trainer provided guidance. Did the trainer explain concepts clearly? Did they provide enough hands-on practice? Additional comments. Allow open feedback. What would you change or improve about this training session? Example, self-evaluation, form for a new server. Name, training session date. 1. How confident do you feel in the following areas? Rate 1 to 5. 1 equals not confident. 5 equals very confident. Greeting guests, taking orders accurately, explaining menu items, handling guest complaints, processing payments. 2. Which part of the training was most helpful to you? 3. What do you still need help with? 4. Did the trainer provide enough real-world practice? Yes, no. If no, what would help? 5. Any suggestions for improving this training? How this helps? Allows trainers to identify trainees who need extra coaching. Gives trainees a chance to reflect on their own progress. Helps refine future training sessions to meet real needs. 2. Trainer improvement feedback forms to enhance delivery. Just as trainees need evaluation, trainers must also receive regular feedback to improve their training methods. Trainer feedback forms help ensure that training remains engaging, effective, and aligned with GWF's mission. Key components of a trainer feedback form, section PERS, example questions, trainer clarity and communication. Ensure concepts were explained well. Did the trainer clearly explain the material? Yes, no. If no, what could be improved? Engagement and interaction. Measure how engaging the session was. Did the trainer encourage participation and discussions? Pace and structure. Ensure training was delivered at a comfortable pace. Was the training session too fast, too slow, or just right? Hands-on practice and application. Evaluate whether enough practical learning was included. Did you get enough hands-on experience? Yes, no. Trainer's strengths. Identify what the trainer did well. What did the trainer do that helped you learn best? Areas for trainer improvement. Provide constructive feedback. What could the trainer do better in future sessions? Example, trainer feedback form, training session, trainer's name, date. 1. Did the trainer explain concepts clearly? If no, what could be improved? 2. Was the session engaging and interactive? If no, how could it be more engaging? 3. Did the trainer provide enough hands-on practice? If no, what additional practice would help? 4. Was the training pace appropriate? Too fast, too slow, just right? 5. What was the trainer's strongest skill in leading this session? 6. What could the trainer improve for future sessions? How this helps gives trainers insights into what works and what doesn't, helps trainers refine delivery, engagement, and coaching methods, encourages a culture of feedback and continuous improvement. Putting it all together, how GWF uses feedback for training excellence. Step 1. Collecting feedback. After each training session, trainees complete self-evaluation forms and trainer feedback forms. Trainers also observe performance and track progress over time. Step 2. Analyzing results. Trainers review common trends. If multiple trainees report they need more practice with guest complaints, add extra role-playing sessions. If trainees feel training is too fast, adjust the pace and allow for more Q&A time. Step 3. Adjusting training programs. Refine training materials based on feedback. Coach trainers on improving weak areas, e.g., making sessions more interactive. Recognize trainers who excel in engaging and effective delivery. Step 4. Following up with trainees. Check in after 2 weeks to see if training improvements have helped. Use live observations and real-world performance assessments to measure actual skill application. Conclusion. Using structured self-evaluation forms for trainees and trainer improvement feedback forms, GWF ensures that training remains effective, engaging, and continuously evolving. By regularly assessing both trainee progress and trainer effectiveness, GWF fosters a culture of growth, adaptability, and excellence in guest-first hospitality. 6.4. Essential training materials and reference guides. At GWF, training does not stop after an initial session. Team members need accessible, well-structured reference materials to reinforce their learning and ensure consistency in operations. Having quick reference guides, detailed training manuals, and SOP documents ensures that every team member can confidently perform their duties while aligning with GWF's guest-first, sustainability-driven mission. These materials act as go-to resources for both new and experienced team members, allowing for continuous learning and improvement. 1. Quick reference guides for team members. Quick reference guides provide concise, easy-to-access information for daily tasks. They help team members quickly review service steps, menu details, or operational procedures. Access critical information without disrupting workflow. Maintain consistency in guest service and operational execution. Key features of effective quick reference guides. Simple and clear, uses bullet points, charts, and visuals for fast comprehension. Accessible, kept in key workstations, printed or digital via QR codes. Role-specific, tailored for FOH, BOH, barista, and management teams. Action-oriented, focuses on what to do rather than lengthy explanations. Examples of quick reference guides. A. FOH Quick Reference Guide, Guest Service and Table Steps. Step What to Do 1. Greeting guests. Welcome guests within 10 seconds of arrival with eye contact and a smile. 2. Seating. Guests offer best available seating and present menu with recommendations. 3. Taking orders. Repeat the order, confirm dietary preferences, and suggest an upsell. 4. Delivering food and drinks. Serve with correct positioning, ensuring presentation is perfect. 5. Checking back. Return within 2 minutes to ensure guest satisfaction. 6. Processing payments. Confirm the order before charging. Offer a warm farewell. B. Barista Quick Reference Guide, Drink Making and Customization. Drink type, ingredients, and key notes. Espresso 18 grams coffee, 25 to 30 sec extraction. Cappuccino 1/3 espresso, 1/3 steamed milk, 1/3 foam. Oat milk, latte. Adjust steaming temperature to avoid separation. Iced coffee. Use chilled espresso to prevent dilution. Where to keep it. Printed copies near the coffee machine and POS system. Digital copies accessed via a QR code at the workstation. C. Kitchen Quick Reference Guide. Plating and portioning. Dish name, portion size. Plating notes. Vegan Buddha bowl, 250 grams mixed veggies, 100 gram quinoa, 50 grams dressing. Ingredients should be evenly spread for balanced presentation. Mushroom burger. 1 patty, 80 grams plant-based cheese, 100 grams fries. Serve with sauce on the side. Fries in a separate dish. Where to keep it. Laminated plating guide near the pass. Digital versions stored in kitchen tablets or workstations. 2. Training manuals and SOP documents for ongoing learning. While quick reference guides cover immediate tasks, training manuals and SOPs provide detailed explanations on policies, procedures, and best practices. These documents serve as ongoing learning resources, ensuring standardization across service, kitchen, and bar operations. Clear guidelines for new team members during onboarding, a reference point for compliance with safety, hygiene, and sustainability standards. Key components of a training manual. Section content. Included. Introduction to GWF mission, values, and guest-first philosophy. Role responsibilities. Detailed tasks and expectations for each position. Service standards. Steps of service, guest interaction best practices. Menu knowledge, ingredient breakdowns, dietary considerations, sustainability initiatives. POS system guide, step-by-step guide on processing orders, refunds, and transactions. Complaint handling SOP for guest recovery and escalation. Health and safety, hygiene, fire safety, and emergency protocols. Sustainability practices. Waste reduction, eco-friendly service habits. Where to keep it. Printed versions in training rooms and management offices. Digital versions accessible via Google Drive or internal learning platforms. Example SOP document, handling guest complaints. Title, GWF Service Recovery SP Purpose. Ensure consistent professional handling of guest complaints. Applies to FOH, BOH, and management. Step 1, acknowledge and listen. Approach the guest calmly. Listen without interrupting. Repeat back the concern to confirm understanding. Step 2, apologize and empathize. Express genuine concern. Example, I completely understand how that would be frustrating and I sincerely apologize. Step 3, provide a solution. Offer a resolution that aligns with GWF standards, e.g. replacement meal, discount, complimentary item. Example, would you prefer a replacement dish or something different that may be more to your taste? Step 4, follow up. Ensure the guest leaves satisfied. Example, I appreciate your patience and I want to make sure you're happy with how we resolved this. Where to keep it. Printed SOPs in FOH and BOH reference binders. Digital access through team learning platforms. 3, integrating training materials into daily operations. To make training materials useful and effective, they must be easily accessible. Digital plus printed copies available at workstations. Regularly updated, SOPs should reflect new policies or menu changes. Reinforced in team meetings. Use quick reference guides as part of pre-shift briefings. Example of training material in action. Scenario, a new barista forgets the correct espresso extraction time. They quickly scan a QR code on the espresso machine, which links to a short video tutorial on espresso extraction, a quick reference chart of grind settings and brewing times. This reduces the need for constant trainer supervision while ensuring team members have instant access to knowledge. Conclusion: having quick reference guides, training manuals, and SOPs ensures that team members can quickly find key information while working, maintain service consistency and operational efficiency, continuously learn and improve, even after formal training sessions. By integrating training materials into daily workflows, GWF ensures that every team member is confident, well-prepared, and aligned with the project's mission of guest-first, sustainable hospitality. 7.1 Integrating e-learning into training. Traditional training methods are valuable, but e-learning offers flexibility, accessibility, and engagement that can enhance learning outcomes. By integrating interactive digital modules, quizzes, and self-paced learning, GWF can create a blended training approach that supports team members anytime, anywhere. Why e-learning is essential for GWF. Flexible and self-paced learning allows team members to learn at their own speed and revisit materials when needed. Consistent training quality ensures that every team member receives the same level of training, regardless of when they join. Accessible on multiple devices, enabling learning before or after shifts. Efficient use of trainer time by covering foundational knowledge in digital modules while trainers focus on hands-on skill building. Better retention through interactive learning, including videos, quizzes, and simulations. 1. Utilizing interactive digital modules for flexible, self-paced learning. What are digital training modules? Digital modules are structured, interactive lessons that cover key training topics in a self-paced, engaging format. They can include videos and animations that demonstrate service techniques or operational procedures, text and infographics that simplify complex information into easy-to-digest visuals, interactive scenarios that allow trainees to make decisions and see outcomes, gamified challenges that encourage participation through points, badges, or leaderboards. Example: digital training module for FOH team members. Module title: Guest First Hospitality, How to Create an Exceptional Experience. Lesson 1, The Guest Journey. Introduction to GWF's Guest First Service Philosophy. Animated walkthrough of a guest's experience from arrival to departure. Case study: what makes a guest leave a 5-star review? Lesson 2, The Art of Communication. Video: How to greet guests with confidence and warmth. Role-play simulation. Practice handling different guest personalities. Lesson 3, Taking orders and handling requests. Interactive step-by-step guide on taking orders accurately. Short quiz: which guest order is correct? Final assessment: Guest Interaction Challenge. A branching scenario where the trainee interacts with a digital guest. The system evaluates responses and provides feedback in real time. After completing the module, the trainee earns a digital badge and moves on to in-person roleplay practice. Number 2, using quizzes and knowledge checks to reinforce learning. Quizzes and knowledge checks help ensure retention and engagement. Instead of passive learning, quizzes test understanding in real time, identify areas where trainees need improvement, encourage active participation rather than passive content consumption, provide instant feedback to reinforce correct answers. Types of quizzes and knowledge checks in e-learning quiz. Type: purpose. Example: multiple choice. Reinforce key concepts. Which of these responses is the best way to handle a guest complaint? Drag and drop. Engage learners with interactive sorting. Match the correct dish with its key ingredients. Scenario-based test decision-making skills. A guest is unhappy with their meal. What do you do first? Flashcards. Improve menu knowledge and terminology. Flip the card to reveal the correct pairing for this dish. Time challenges. Build quick recall of service steps. You have 30 seconds to list 3 ways to upsell effectively. Example: knowledge check for sustainability training. Question: why does GWF avoid using plastic straws? Correct answer: to reduce plastic waste and align with our sustainability mission. Incorrect answer: because they are more expensive. Instant feedback. GWF prioritizes eco-friendly materials to create a sustainable dining experience. Providing immediate explanations helps trainees learn from mistakes and reinforce correct knowledge. How to implement e-learning at GWF. Choose a learning management system, LMS, such as Talent LMS, Google Classroom, or Trainual to organize training materials. Blend e-learning with hands-on training by using digital modules for theory-based learning, followed by in-person role-playing and supervised practice. Make learning mobile-friendly so that team members can review lessons on smartphones. Gamify the experience by rewarding trainees with certifications, progress badges, or team leaderboards. Putting it all together. Sample Learning Training Plan Week Training Component Delivery Method Assessment Week 1 Welcome to GWF and Guest Service Basics E-Learning Module Multiple Choice Quiz Week 2 Menu Knowledge and Upselling Video Training plus Digital Flashcards Scenario-Based Quiz Week 3 Handling Guest Complaints Interactive E-Learning Simulation Role-Playing with Trainer Feedback Week 4 Sustainability and Eco-Friendly Practices Infographic plus Case Study Drag and Drop Knowledge Check. This blended e-learning hands-on training model ensures that team members gain both knowledge and practical skills, preparing them for real-world guest interactions. Conclusion: integrating e-learning into training at GWF enhances flexibility, engagement, and retention. By utilizing interactive digital modules, quizzes, and self-paced learning, team members can develop confidence, refine their skills, and continuously grow within their roles. When combined with hands-on practice and real-world application, e-learning becomes a powerful tool for building a knowledgeable, guest-first, and sustainability-focused team. 7.2 Gamification in Training. Gamification is a powerful tool for enhancing engagement, motivation, and knowledge retention in training. By incorporating game-like elements such as points, rewards, and competitions, GWF can create a fun, interactive learning experience that encourages team members to actively participate in training and continuously improve their skills. Why gamification works in hospitality training. Increases engagement and motivation by turning learning into a challenge. Encourages healthy competition while reinforcing teamwork. Provides immediate feedback, helping team members track their progress. Rewards consistent participation and skill mastery, leading to better performance. Creates a culture of continuous learning and self-improvement. 1. Implementing a points reward system for completed trainings. A points and rewards system incentivizes training participation by offering tangible recognition for learning progress. Team members earn points, badges, or rewards for completing different training activities. How the points system works. Team members earn points for completing e-learning modules, attending live training, or passing knowledge assessments. Points contribute to badges, leaderboards, or rewards such as incentives, special privileges, or public recognition. Team members can track their progress through a digital leaderboard or personal achievement dashboard. Example: GWF Training Points System. Training activity points earned bonus rewards. Complete an e-learning module, 10 points. Certificate of completion. Score 90% plus on a training quiz, 5 points. Entry into a training raffle. Participate in a live role-playing session, 15 points. Badge for service excellence. Lead a peer training session, 20 points. Special team recognition. Score high on a mystery guest review, 25 points. Free meal or day off bonus. Once a team member reaches a certain point threshold, they unlock exclusive rewards such as priority shift selection, recognition in team meetings or newsletters, small incentives like coffee vouchers, extra break time, or a personalized thank you note from leadership. Example: a server completes the advanced guest recovery training and scores 95% on the final quiz. They earn 10 points for completing the module, plus 5 points for scoring high, and receive a Guest Satisfaction Pro badge on the leaderboard. This system creates a sense of achievement and motivates team members to keep improving. 2. Interactive competitions to engage team members. Competitions add excitement and energy to training, making learning more engaging and memorable. These activities foster team bonding, friendly competition, and hands-on skill application. Types of training competitions for GWF competition. Type objective: example, challenge menu, mastery challenge. Test team knowledge of menu items, ingredients, and dietary options. Teams compete to correctly answer menu-related questions in a timed quiz. Speed and accuracy race. Improve order taking and POS efficiency. Who can take and process a correct order the fastest without making mistakes? Guest service simulation. Train team members in real-time problem solving. Role-playing different guest scenarios, e.g., complaint handling, upselling. Sustainability. Sprint. Reinforce GWF's eco-conscious practices. Teams compete to properly sort waste, reduce food waste, or suggest sustainability improvements. Latte art throwdown. Enhance barista skills in beverage presentation. Baristas compete to create the best latte art, judged by a panel. Example: guest service simulation challenge. 2 team members role-play a guest complaint scenario. The guest gives unexpected challenges, e.g., my food took too long, or I'm allergic to nuts, but my dish contains them. The competitor must handle the complaint professionally, offering an appropriate solution. Judges, trainers, or managers score the responses based on empathy and professionalism. Did they acknowledge the guest's frustration? Solution quality. Did they offer a reasonable resolution? Efficiency. How quickly did they resolve the issue? The winner receives bonus training points and public recognition at the team meeting. This approach mimics real-life situations and reinforces problem-solving skills in a fun, engaging way. How to implement gamification at GWF 1. Create a digital learning and rewards platform. Use apps like Talent LMS, Kahoot, or Google Classroom to track points, badges, and progress. Post leaderboards in the break room to highlight top performers. 2. Incorporate gamification into daily operations. Host mini-challenges during pre-shift meetings, e.g., who can recite the daily specials the fastest? Reward top performers with weekly or monthly recognition. 3. Use real-world scenarios for competitions. Simulate high-pressure situations to prepare team members for real challenges. Rotate different competition themes so training remains fresh and engaging. 4. Encourage peer-to-peer gamification. Team members challenge each other in service skill showdowns. Allow experienced staff to mentor newer team members in exchange for points. Putting it all together. Sample gamification training plan. Week, gamified training activity. Reward Week 1, complete onboarding training modules. Digital GWF starter badge. Week 2, participate in a live guest service challenge. 15 training points. Week 3, score 90% on menu knowledge quiz. Entry into a prize raffle. Week 4, win the best service recovery roleplay. Competition. Recognition plus free meal. Conclusion. Gamification transforms standard training into an exciting and engaging experience. By implementing a points reward system and interactive competitions, GWF can motivate team members to learn faster, retain information longer, and apply skills more effectively. When training is fun and competitive, team members naturally become more engaged, confident, and proactive, leading to better service, stronger teamwork, and an enhanced guest experience. 7.3 Video-based learning. Video-based learning is one of the most effective and engaging training methods in hospitality. At GWF, integrating high-quality training videos ensures that every team member receives consistent instruction while also providing a visual, hands-on learning experience. Additionally, allowing team members to create their own training content fosters peer learning, team collaboration, and a culture of shared knowledge. 1. Using high-quality training videos for consistency and delivery. Why video-based training works ensures consistency. All team members receive the same high-quality instruction, regardless of when they join. Enhances retention. Visual and audio content is easier to remember than text-based materials. Supports on-demand learning. Team members can watch videos anytime, reinforcing skills when needed. Reduces trainer workload. Videos cover foundational topics, allowing trainers to focus on hands-on coaching. Provides real-world demonstrations, showing service techniques, food preparation, and guest interactions in action. Types of training videos for GWF video type purpose. Example, use case service training videos demonstrate correct service procedures, how to greet guests and take orders professionally. Menu and product knowledge videos explain menu items, ingredients, and dietary options. Chef explains key ingredients in GWF's plant-based dishes. Guest interaction and complaint handling videos show real-life guest scenarios and best response techniques. Role play of handling a guest complaint about food delays. Technical skills training teach specific job-related skills. How to properly steam plant-based milk for lattes. Health and safety training videos. Reinforce hygiene, sustainability, and emergency procedures. Correct hand-washing technique and food handling SOPs. Leadership and growth videos. Develop management and communication skills. How to coach a new team member effectively. Example, service training video for FOH team members. Title, Mastering the Guest Experience, Steps of Service at GWF, length 5 to 7 minutes. Sections 1. Introduction, why guest first service is at the heart of GWF. 2. Greeting and seating, how to welcome guests warmly and guide them to their tables. 3. Taking orders, proper techniques for menu presentation, upselling, and dietary inquiries. 4. Food and beverage delivery, correct service timing and presentation. 5. Handling guest complaints, best practices for service recovery and maintaining professionalism. 6. Closing the experience, how to thank guests and encourage return visits. Where team members access it, digital learning platform, e.g. at Google Drive, Talent LMS. QR codes at workstations for quick reference. Pre-shift meetings for team refreshers. 2. Encouraging team members to create their own training content. Beyond professionally produced videos, team-generated training content adds authenticity, increases engagement, and fosters a peer-to-peer learning culture. Why team-created content is valuable. Encourages collaboration. Team members take ownership of their learning. Builds confidence and leadership skills. Staff become trainers themselves. Increases relevance. Training is delivered in a real-world, relatable way. Captures best practices from experienced team members. Ways to involve team members in video training method. How it works. Example, peer-led tutorial videos. Experienced team members record short instructional videos. A senior barista demonstrates how to froth oat milk correctly. Day in the life videos. New hires watch real team members go through a full shift. A server films a walkthrough of opening duties before service. Guest interaction role plays. Teams act out common guest service scenarios. 2 employees role play an upselling conversation. Sustainability challenge videos. Team members create videos on eco-friendly initiatives. A kitchen team shares a tip on minimizing food waste. Quick tip shorts. Short TikTok-style training videos for instant learning. A bartender records 3 common mistakes when pouring a cocktail. Example, peer-led training video creation. Title, How to Recommend the Perfect Dish, Upselling 101. Created by FOH team. Length 3-5 minutes. Sections 1. Why upselling enhances the guest experience. Creating value without being pushy. 2. Choosing the right recommendation. Matching guest preferences with menu options. 3. Real-life role play. A server and guest act out an upselling scenario. 4. Key takeaways. Summary of best practices. Where it's shared, Team WhatsApp or Slack group, displayed in pre-shift meetings, uploaded to GWF's digital learning library for new hires. Encouraging peer-led training videos engages employees, builds teamwork, and reinforces best practices in a relatable way. How to implement video-based learning at GWF 1. Build a video learning library. Create a digital collection of essential training videos. Organize content by role, FOH, BOH, barista, leadership. 2. Make videos easily accessible. Store videos on Google Drive, an LMS platform, or private YouTube playlists. Use QR codes at workstations for instant access. 3. Encourage team-led video creation. Provide simple filming guidelines, e.g., record on a phone in good lighting. Recognize and reward team members who contribute training content. 4. Use videos for refresher training. Show short clips before shifts or in team meetings. Assign specific videos for skill improvement, e.g., watch this before your first shift as a barista. Putting it all together, sample video-based training plan, training type video content, delivery method, onboarding, welcome message from leadership, plus tour of GWF, played on new hires' first day. Guest service training, steps of service handling complaints, available in digital libraries pre-shift meetings. Menu knowledge, chef explains key ingredients, dietary considerations, QR codes on menus, trainee assignments. Technical skills, barista techniques, POS system walkthroughs, workstation QR codes, plus shadow shift preparation. Sustainability practices, waste reduction tips, eco-conscious service techniques, team-led video series shared on internal channels. Conclusion. Video-based learning ensures consistency, engagement, and accessibility in GWF's training. By incorporating high-quality instructional videos and encouraging team members to create their own training content, GWF fosters a collaborative, interactive learning culture that continuously improves service excellence. Through structured video training, team members can learn visually, retain information better, and apply skills with confidence, ensuring an outstanding guest-first experience. 7.4 Tracking progress and engagement training at GWF is most effective when it is measurable and interactive. Tracking progress ensures that team members are completing their learning modules, improving their skills, and actively engaging in the learning process. By using a learning management system, LMS, to monitor training completion and fostering peer-to-peer learning, GWF can create a culture of continuous improvement and shared knowledge. 1. Using learning management systems, LMS, to monitor training completion. An LMS, learning management system, is a digital platform that allows trainers to assign, track, and analyze training progress in real time. Why LMS is essential for GWF. Provides structured training paths, ensuring all team members complete required training. Tracks which courses, quizzes, and certifications each employee has finished. Allows trainers to identify gaps in learning and areas where extra coaching is needed. Provides data-driven insights on team-wide training engagement. Supports self-paced learning, allowing team members to revisit training materials as needed. How an LMS works in GWF training feature. How it works. Example use case. Assigned learning paths. Trainers assign customized training programs based on roles. A new server is enrolled in FOH onboarding, guest service, and menu knowledge. Progress tracking shows completion rates for each training module. If a trainee has not completed Complaint Handling 101, trainers can follow up. Quizzes and assessments. Tests knowledge retention through interactive quizzes. A barista must pass a latte art basics quiz before working solo. Certification and badging. Recognizes learning milestones with digital certificates. A trainee earns a Service Excellence badge after finishing a guest service course. Trainer dashboards provides real-time reports on learning engagement. A supervisor sees that 80% of the team has completed sustainability training. Example, tracking training with an LMS. Scenario, a new kitchen team member is completing food safety training. The LMS assigns them the GWF Kitchen Hygiene and Safety course. The system tracks module completion and quiz scores. If the trainee struggles with a particular module, the LMS flags it for the trainer to provide extra coaching. Once completed, the LMS issues a digital certificate and the trainee is officially cleared to work in the kitchen. By automating training tracking, GWF ensures that every team member is trained, compliant, and continuously improving. Recommended LMS platforms for GWF LMS platform features. Best for talent LMS, custom training paths, certifications, gamification, structured onboarding, and role-based training. Google Classroom, easy content sharing, quizzes, progress tracking, small teams, and cost-effective learning. Trainable SOP integration, video-based training, knowledge checks, operational training, and procedure standardization. 2. Encouraging peer-to-peer learning to create a culture of knowledge sharing. While digital tools to track training, peer learning fosters a hands-on, interactive learning environment where team members learn directly from each other. Why peer learning is effective. Makes training more engaging and relatable. Allows experienced team members to mentor newer hires, reinforcing their own skills. Encourages collaboration and teamwork, strengthening workplace culture. Provides real-life insights and best practices that go beyond structured training. Ways to encourage peer-to-peer learning at GWF Method. How it works. Example mentorship program. Experienced team members coach new hires. A senior barista mentors a trainee on latte art techniques. Skill sharing workshops. Team-led sessions where employees teach a specific skill. A kitchen leader demonstrates plating techniques for consistency. Shadow shifts. New hires observe and assist experienced team members. A server trainee shadows a top performer for a full shift. Team huddles and knowledge exchanges. Quick, pre-shift learning moments led by team members. A FOH team member shares 3 easy ways to personalize guest interactions. Role reversal exercises. Team members switch roles to build empathy and understanding. A server spends time in the kitchen to learn food prep challenges. Example, peer-led training in action. Scenario, a new bartender is struggling with speed during busy shifts. The trainer pairs them with a senior bartender for shadowing. They practice making 5 common cocktails under time constraints. The senior bartender provides tips on efficiency and workflow management. After a week, the trainee demonstrates their improved speed and confidence. The trainer logs their progress in the LMS, marking the skill as mastered. This hands-on, real-world training ensures faster learning, better engagement, and stronger team relationships. How to implement peer learning at GWF 1. Identify knowledge experts. Recognize experienced team members who excel in certain skills. Assign them as peer mentors or training leads. 2. Create a knowledge sharing routine. Dedicate 5 to 10 minutes before shifts for a quick team knowledge exchange. Example, what's one way we can improve today's service? 3. Incorporate peer learning into training programs. Combine LMS-based digital training with shadow shifts, role-playing, and skill-sharing workshops. 4. Reward and recognize peer trainers. Acknowledge team members who contribute to training. Example, Trainer of the Month recognition or extra learning incentives. Putting it all together. A blended approach, training method, purpose, tracking method. LMS digital training provides structured learning paths and tracks completion. Automated dashboards, progress reports. Peer mentorship and shadowing enhances real-world learning through team collaboration. Trainer logs, mentorship tracking. Gamified competitions. Engages team members in active skill building. Training leaderboards, point system. Pre-shift huddles and workshops. Reinforces key skills and knowledge in a casual setting. Team feedback, participation tracking. By combining digital tracking with real-world peer learning, GWF ensures that training is both structured and hands-on, creating a team that is continuously learning and improving. Conclusion. Tracking progress and engagement is essential for measuring training effectiveness and fostering a learning culture at GWF. Using an LMS ensures structured, measurable training, while peer-to-peer learning builds teamwork and hands-on skills. By blending technology with real-world collaboration, GWF creates an environment where learning is ongoing, interactive, and deeply embedded in daily operations.